No one cared who I was till I put on the headphones. Here are some things.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the Some Things Podcast, episode 12. How y'all doing this week? For you today on our lineup, we have a pizza discussion, we discuss more movie reviews, and we highlight some of the playoffs going around in the Major League Baseball. All right, with me today, I am joined once again with Luke and
John.
Ba-bam. Despite what you guys may think with that Batman introduction, once again, we are not discussing Batman this week, or anything related to it, honestly. All right, Luke's giving me the evil eyes.
Aren't we talking about superheroes at some point? I feel like that is kind of Batman related.
Today, I mean,
right?
There's slight superhero stuff on here, but nothing really Batman.
So stick around for when we don't talk about Batman.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely having an off day here. I don't know what's going on in the Somethings podcast behind the studios, but I'll level with you guys. We had a tough time just trying to get this thing up and running for the last 5 minutes.
We've been saying like nonsense for the last 20 minutes.
Nonsense. Like no money made whatsoever. Doesn't even make a full dollar.
That's not how that nonsense is spelled. That's a different nonsense.
But I'm relating the point though. It's nonsense anywhere.
So we have dollar bills?
Nope. I didn't do my other job this week. I don't have any dollar bills
Once
on me.
again, guys, it's been a weird day.
What is happening?
Yeah, we're all off.
Yeah, we wish you guys could see the bloopers, but at the moment we don't have anybody to do videos or video editing for us. So if you want to step up, we can't pay you.
No, yeah, we'd have to make money first to do that.
We'll give you a peanut M&M.
We'll definitely give you
true.
some kind of like producer credit or something. You know, help us out. You know,
Like shout outs or something.
yeah. You scratch our back, we'll be on your video camera. I mean,
Hey,
it'll be great.
We will literally scratch your back.
Okay.
Yeah, not me. They can do that.
I give really good back
You're not
rubs.
willing to scratch somebody's back for video and video editing?
How about their
That's
feet?
a silly request.
You're a silly request.
I'm not a request.
Dude, that's messed up. That's too harsh. Oh, by the way, guys, yeah, John's back.
I am.
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Been a while, but yeah, he's been busy with wedding stuff. I take it. Yeah. Just,
No, last time
Oh,
I was out fishing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good trip. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I guess that kind of gets us right into our first topic, you know, how everyone's week's been. So, John, we'll start with you. Did you catch any fish that week, or what'd you do?
I did. Okay. So I caught 12 fish in total.
Nice. Full dozen.
Yeah, I caught a lot of flounder, but they were too small, so I had to throw them back because legally you can't keep them unless they're a certain size. But I did get to keep some whitefish, some bonita, and one mackerel, which I ended up just using for bait because they don't taste good anyway.
Gotcha.
But no, it was a really good trip.
Nice.
And then yesterday, I went to the Self-Help Festival, which is a like screamo alternative rock concert.
Nice.
Festival. It was really cool. I saw
That's
Under
like
Oath.
the last thing I would have guessed
From self-help.
based on that name.
Hey, man. Those type of people like mental health, too. Like helping fix it.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it was about?
I mean, that's the idea.
Oh, okay. So
I'm pretty
was-
sure that's what they would push there. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was a concert at a self-help festival.
No.
No.
That was just the name of the rock concert.
My mind is blown.
Luke's
right
having
now.
a hard time putting two and two together here. But no, that's cool. I mean, again, we're not discriminating. Anyone else who's got mental illness, please seek help. But yeah, so that's awesome.
Go to
that
the
they're-
festival, man.
Yeah, that's
Or
awesome.
self-help.
Self-help. That was cool, though. We got to see Under Oath.
Ooh, nice.
I Prevail, A Day to Remember, Beartooth.
I don't think I ever heard of them.
Yeah, me neither until yesterday. They're pretty good.
Nice.
And then this other band, Animals something. I don't know, but they were pretty
Animals
good too.
on ice skates.
You know what? That's definitely not it.
That was a good setup, though.
I tried.
So with, because I don't know too much about screamo bands. I listened to a few of them, but probably none of the ones that you just mentioned, aside from Under Oath. With the fish stuff, did you guys do anything with them afterwards? Did you cook them, or you prepare them
We're
anyway?
back to fishing now.
Well, I'm just trying to make conversation here. Yeah. For the listeners' sake, we want them to be entertained.
Yeah. So I took them home. I made my fiance gut them with me,
Oh, nice.
and I figured
She's got to learn, right?
Yeah, I figured she'd be like, ew, but like she was excited to do it. So hey, cool. I'm marrying the right one.
That's right.
Just be careful she doesn't like get too skillful at it, and then just like she threatens you one day. She's like,
I
"I'm gonna
know.
descale you."
She's gonna fillet my arm off or something.
Gosh. Oh.
Find you a woman that's going to
Okay.
fillet your fish.
Okay. Speaking of fish, though, and preparing them for food, have you guys ever heard of the Wonder Boner?
What?
The Wonder Boner.
Is that what you call your
No. This is a thing. All right, I'm not. This is like how Sarah had the whole disgusting words that weren't really disgusting last week. No, there's a thing called the Wonder Boner where you take a fish and you put its mouth at the tip of it and then you just like push it through and then it like removes all the bones at once. It's supposed to be like something really convenient for fishing and cooking it afterwards. But
I bet they sell it on infomercials, don't
yes,
they?
that's what they decided to call it. I'm just like,
Of course.
Yeah, that's all it made me think of every time someone says they went fishing.
Wonder Boner?
Wonder Boner.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, it's
John's legitimately interested.
I am interested. As ridiculous as that
like
sounds.
as a consumer, not just as a person who's interested.
you can
in
look
this
that up
podcast.
right
At the
now,
same
but
time,
it's-
though, I feel like it's more like hype than it actually works.
just make sure you have safe search on Google when you do this.
Wonder Boner.
Don't keep safe
All right.
search on, John.
What do you guys think is gonna pop up?
No,
The tool or the tool?
hopefully the tool. Oh gosh. Yeah, so while he's looking at pictures of the Wonder Boner, Luke, what happened with your week?
Oh man, I had 2 concerts this week.
2 of them. Oh,
Yeah,
but you were
school
performing
concerts.
though,
Yeah,
not
performing,
attending.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the first one was the jazz small combos,
Okay.
and the second one was the jazz big bands.
Oh,
So
nice.
I did that Thursday and Saturday night.
And then what were those locations? I know last time you said you were at a barbecue place.
Oh no, these were at school. These were
Oh,
Cal
just
State
okay.
Fullerton performances.
Yeah, we're all out of sync here, and I'm tired. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay. Like I didn't get back until late last night, so I got like 4 hours of sleep. So that's why this podcast is so interesting today.
Yeah,
I was saying before this starts, it's either going to be really funny or really off.
who knows?
And we haven't decided which one it is yet.
It's kind of falling into both camps, I would say, because again, it is off. Don't get me wrong. I think the listeners can probably hear that too. But I think it's making for good, fun conversation because we're all just like out of sync and out of whack and just dazed and confused, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it makes for good content.
Yeah, but it went well. So like, that's where you get to demonstrate all the hard work that you've been putting in. It gets to pay off. Oh my goodness, John found the Wonder Boner.
Hey, but it's
showing a
pretty
fish,
interesting, yes.
so that's good.
I feel like those rib cage bones would just break off. I don't think.
yeah,
they
those
just-
are really fragile bones. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to use it, but that's
I
what
still
it
wanna
does.
Try it. It said 1995 on the commercial.
That's not that
so-
bad.
But that probably came out years ago, so it might be cheaper.
I think there's that place in the mall though. Don't they sell like infomercial products? Like, or is that not there anymore?
Ooh, I don't think that's there
I don't
anymore.
think- it
Okay.
is.
Yeah. For a while, I almost considered buying a few things
Wait.
there, but huh?
Which mall was that's in the other mall, isn't it? Isn't that
No,
the Tyler?
No, I thought it was in Mobile. Or do they have 2 stores in both malls?
Pretty sure it
don't
was
know.
in Mexico.
Maybe.
Pretty sure you're in Mexico.
No, he's not.
Is that where I am right now?
You did not. You didn't even go fishing in Mexico, dude.
No. It's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
We went to Catalina.
Oh, nice. I want to go back there again.
Our
That was
boat left out of Newport and went to Catalina.
oh.
So more about your week. Sorry.
So
The Wonder Boner
Double-
sidetracked us.
That's all I did. All I do is music.
nice.
music is life.
Yeah, music becomes life. What about you, Dylan?
Oh man, I've been getting my butt kicked by. I mean, still working a lot of overtime. Tomorrow, we're recording this Sunday. Clear that up. Tomorrow, I don't have to work overtime, but we'll see how long that lasts. But no, other than that, my nostrils and whatever else you want to call it, just been getting my butt kicked by the allergies this season, man.
Your nostrils are kicking your butt.
Yeah, he like bends.
Do you
over.
realize all that implies? First of all, that means your nostrils are personified. Second of all, they have feet.
Yep.
Third of all, they can reach your butt.
Look, it's hard for
Well,
you
if
to.
he bends down,
It's
and
hard
goes
for
under,
Luke. It's hard for Luke to comprehend
No,
this
nobody
because
can
his
do
nostrils
that.
are so small.
I bet someone can, like
Well.
gymnasts.
That'd be weird. I don't want to see anyone put their nose
It's
in
like
the butt.
nobody orders
Pizza.
houses anymore from Sears.
Oh my gosh,
That's true.
he is really out of it.
I remember. No, that was a
They
thing.
used to be
Did
a
you know
thing.
that?
Oh.
You can order a house from Sears like early 1900s, and they'd ship it all to you in pieces, and you just build it.
Having said that, I'm sure there's someone in there who has ordered a house within the last year.
See, the one thing, when Luke's talking about that, I remember there was another episode of Aaron Mankey's Cabinet of Curiosities where he was talking about how this housing company for a while, like the U.S. Post Office, like they said they would ship anything with the right amount of postage, and it was actually the construction company actually found it was cheaper to send all their materials through the U.S. mail, so they made them do all the grunt work and everything just to get it out to them. But then eventually they're like, nope, we're putting rules and regulations in place. We're not doing
Yep.
this. Yeah.
If it fits, it ships.
Yep.
And it did not fit.
Yeah, they did it for a while, man. But yeah, that was just a fun topic. But yeah, other than that, I'm just, like I said, just tired, worn out, like I said, from allergies, just sneeze. I've been sneezing like so crazy, dude, like just runny nose, and like if I go to lay down, it gets all clogged up, congested, and so I'm trying to just take some Claritin, see if that works. But
so I'm curious, are the listeners tired? Are you guys tired?
Yeah.
Let's just all take a nap right now. Brief pause for a nap. That was nice.
And we're
back
back
to the podcast.
Oh wait, John's still. Hey,
John boy.
John. Oh, okay, we got him.
Oh, what?
All right,
What?
yeah, we got him. He's alive.
I'm back.
I rubbed his thighs. All right.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So,
None of them heard that story, but yeah.
well, I mean, they still need to know that I rubbed his thighs.
Okay.
It was the rub of.
I don't know if they needed to know that.
No, it's a thigh rub.
They want to
Moving on.
know. All right. Oh gosh. All right. So moving forward here, I don't know how to really transition into this one, but I was kind of a little bummed out too. So other news that happened this week. Luke, you so fondly call it Doom Eternal, but the video game Doom Eternal, sadly, it was supposed to come out in November. It got delayed. But on the bright side, it's going to come out in March, so hopefully it'll be around my birthday, and I can have a fun weekend off playing that. What?
John is losing it.
John's gone.
I don't know why it's so funny. Doom Eternal.
Did you not see the episode list that he put up?
Dude, he doesn't listen to our episodes.
Oh,
I do.
gosh.
Fired.
I just don't remember that part.
Oh, man.
That was the title of the episode.
Yeah, guys, he was
I
gone.
don't pay attention to the title. I'm
Oh my
sorry.
goodness.
Like he wasn't
I just
folded.
listened to him.
He wasn't folded over. He was folded backwards. Just gasping for air right now because that just hit him too hard.
I was trying not to laugh and interrupt you guys.
Oh man.
Doomy Turtle.
Doomy Turtle.
Doomy turtle. See now. Oh, you know what? We should make a deal. If someone can draw a good concept art of that, like I don't know, we should send them like a gift card or something. I'll do that. If someone can make me a good enough photo, I'll send you a gift card to somewhere. Maybe
Yeah,
Amazon.
send in your submissions either on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter.
A Doomy turtle.
Yeah.
And again, the winner will get a gift card.
Illustrated Doomy
It won't be a
Turtle.
lot. I'm not a rich man, but appreciate from you for what I'm worth. Please.
For like $5 to Starbucks.
Oh, maybe at least 10.
Speaking of reaching out to us on social media. Wow,
Media?
Not media.
Nita.
Medea.
You guys follow us on Twitter. We've got 4 followers now.
Yeah.
4.
Let's go. We're growing.
We need some more, man.
Let's get it.
We're getting up there.
If you don't have a Twitter, make a Twitter just so you can follow us.
I need to make a Twitter.
I know.
You
both
guys
of us.
both need to make a Twitter.
I just, it's so weird because it's like, I know everyone craps on Facebook for it not being like the real, like that's not the real contender for social platforming right now. It's usually Twitter or Instagram. But I just don't get it. It's like Facebook has everything going for it. You can put up pictures, you can put up statuses, and you can do so much more. I don't get why Instagram and Twitter are like the number 1 and 2. It
I don't know.
doesn't make any sense to me. Like when you can do all in one platform.
I don't know. My
Logically,
problem is
that doesn't add up.
My phone is very quickly running out of space.
Oh, jeez.
It's like it's over 2 years old now, and it's just kind of on its way out.
Right.
And I just had to delete Snapchat to free up space for my other stuff.
Isn't that crazy how phones, like after 2 years, when it's finally out of contract, they start crapping out? It's a conspiracy, man.
Yeah. I haven't had this phone. Because we usually get upgraded at the same time, right, Luke?
I didn't.
Didn't. Okay.
I
so
chose not to because I had
Gotcha.
alreed paid it off. And I was like,
It's like, why?
Why
keep going,
why
yeah.
get another bill? Gotcha.
yeah.
I was about to say, I don't think I've
so
had this one for 2
Snap and
years.
Chat is no more.
Sad.
Yeah. All right. Well, I talked about it on the last episode, Luke, how we got our Halloween party planned out and everything. And we're looking forward to that. Again, it's going to be video game themed. And both of you are invited. John, hopefully you and Savannah can make it.
Am
Be
I
great.
invited?
I thought I invited you.
Yeah, you probably did.
Okay. like I checked the list.
Dude, we invited all the listeners.
It's like
too.
isn't it
Yeah.
like
No.
Yeah, remember?
isn't it like the week after Halloween?
It's
We gave them the
couple
address
weeks
and
after.
everything.
What was your address again?
It
For our
is-
listeners?
Okay, so it's actually, and then you just hang a left and it's right there.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Hope y'all
Perfect.
heard that.
Yeah, if you didn't get it, it's in like the last episode too. So check it out.
Yeah, just listen for it, But yeah, so one of the what's a classic party staple for food? Like what's cheap and easy and effective? What would you go for?
Like sausages.
Oh my
handfuls of sausages.
Pizza.
Well, thank
Pizza,
you.
yeah.
And even though he tried to mess me up with his stupid sausages,
sausage on pizza, maybe.
yes, exactly.
Ooh,
I saw
that's
an
a good
article
topping.
this week, dude. Okay, you can get a giant pizza sandwich in Japan, and
What the heck is
Yeah,
a
what's a
pizza,
pizza
sandwich?
sandwich?
Isn't that just like a stromboli?
Or like
Dude,
a meatball
no,
sub.
This thing. Okay, here's the picture. Right, So
it's just two pizzas stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, that's not a sandwich.
Look, there's stuff in the middle, all right? It's a pizza sandwich.
It's not even toppings to toppings. It's bread to toppings.
Look, it is called Niku Mountain or Meat Mounting. Wow, Meat Mountain. This is a whopper of a pizza sandwich being sold at a Japanese pizza chain, Aoki's, which previously brought us such joyful creations as the Bloody Zombino.
Zambino?
No, that's Zom. Z-O-M.
Oh, like zombie.
And cookie-filled chocolate bar topped pizzas. My goodness. Okay, and this thing, get this right. 18 types of meat on this meat mountain.
What?
2 thick crust meat pizzas sandwiched on top of one another with generous serving of gooey melted cheese. The top pizza is topped with beef steak, pork loin, Iberian bacon, wonder what that means, Italian sausage, pork sausage, pepperoni, Bavarian sausage, mini wiener sausage, diced bacon, sliced bacon, hamburger patty pieces, and bacon bits. The bottom pizza,
Oh my goodness.
Jeez, those
chicken, dry cured ham, taco meat, meat in a spicy sauce, wagyu beef, beef ribs, and diced and deluxe minced meat.
All of it wrapped in a quesadilla and soaked in a bowl of chili.
Dude,
I don't know if I'd want taco meat on my pizza.
like, okay, so this well, because I've seen people do like carne asada pizzas before.
No, but it's like, is the taco meat like taco seasoned, or is it just ground beef? Is that what they're trying to say?
I don't know,
If
but
it was just ground beef,
like
I'm on board.
that's what I would think. I've always wanted to go to Japan, and if I ever do make that trip, I would definitely want this to be like one of the places I hit up, like that. And I know they have like a life-size Gundam model in one of their parks. That seems pretty awesome too.
I'm in.
Yeah, I want to go to
Same.
Japan for
Let's
this.
do it.
So when we go to Japan, we'll go ahead and hit
We can do
that
an
up.
overseas podcast. That'd be awesome. Who wants to sponsor us? Robert Downey Jr., please. Love me.
We'll have to activate those sponsorships.
Yeah.
And then just like save up for 50 years.
Yeah, and then we might be able
go
to
to
afford
Japan.
it.
yeah, because we've shouted out lots of companies over the episodes.
Pay us!
Especially Japanese ones. I mean,
Whether we made fun of you as a company or not, you should sponsor us.
and then all right, so let's see. And here's the crazy thing. All right,
There's
so
still
a couple crazy
more?
things. Well, okay, so that's all like the toppings that are on it.
Oh.
However, this thing is 4.4 pounds, just about 2 kilograms. However, it's not as expensive as you'd actually think. This thing is 2,918 yen, which converts to about $27.
Oh, okay. I was holding my
Dude,
breath.
worth it.
That's for a medium, and then the large is 42.71.
Worth it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm in.
Yeah,
That's the size of, or that's the 21 whatever is the price of like a medium pizza at Shakey's.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
Totally worth it.
Yeah,
Oh my.
get 2 giant
Shaky,
pizzas.
sponsor us.
Shakey's has gotten up there in price.
Oh man, their mojos are so
Yeah,
good.
if you
though.
sponsor us, we'll talk about your pizza just like we talked about this one.
If you don't, we will complain about the prices even more.
Maybe that's the way we got to go. It's just we got to threaten them, and then we'll be brought into their good graces. That's how that works, right?
Yeah.
It's the way of the world.
I have an update on our Twitter page.
Ooh, yeah. What happened?
Yeah, there was a post that went up.
Oh gosh, did we get insulted?
No. It was talking about the last episode. It's from Some Things Podcast at Some Things Pod.
So we talked about ourselves.
It says, check out our latest episode with our first guest ever. Rachel Byther joins us to talk sports, entertainment,
my.
and a Joker movie.
I know.
John, this is why we have only 4 followers. It was Sarah Gio.
Oh my goodness.
I got confused when you said your sister. I was like, well, which one?
I married this
So
one,
easy.
not that
I
one.
just like flipped a coin rather than be like, wait, which one?
I don't know why.
How?
I don't know why I didn't
oh
double
my
check.
gosh.
I apologize to all 4 of our Twitter followers.
We weren't lying.
We
It's
will
just
do
John.
better.
And he's begging us to come follow him. It's like, well, when you're making posts like that, I mean, oh my god.
But it's for fun. Y'all got a laugh out of it.
That was good, yeah.
Right.
We got to laugh out
But
of
you
it.
didn't intentionally do that, though, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It was an honest mistake.
Oh my god.
What is happening today?
Oh man. Oh. My
Luke
God.
said my sister's going to be on the podcast. How was I supposed to know it was going to be his sister / your wife?
How were you? Do you want me to tell you how you were supposed to know?
He didn't
You
say
could've
my
asked.
wife.
You just ask.
So let's examine the facts here. You know they have 2 sisters.
We have a group chat.
You just flip a coin and like, all right.
We have a group chat. There's only 3 of us in there.
Oh my goodness. My cheeks hurt.
I'm not going to go edit that tweet. That one's
No,
staying.
it's-
No, it's a staple now. We'll put that on T-shirts.
Well done, Rachel Byther, for being the first guest.
Yeah, congrats. You didn't earn it, but
Sarah,
congrats.
maybe we'll get you on here one day.
Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. Whew. Okay.
We will do better.
Take it
By we, I mean
Back
me.
to pizza.
back to pizza, taking a breather. All right, so we got a classic debate here on pizza toppings. And I just listed a whole bunch on that Meat Mountain pizza that we want to get at some point. Maybe they can just ship it to us. We'll see. But for the time being, how do you feel about
Human flesh.
Oh, I'm just kidding. That was not on the Meat Mountain. How do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
I hate it.
I think it's all right.
It doesn't belong.
Wow, that's
racist.
So he believes in segregation on pizza. All right, explain.
Would you put chocolate on pizza?
Maybe.
Dude, they had one.
Actually, yeah, that list I just read off from that article, they actually talked about a chocolate-covered pizza with that candy and stuff.
Like an actual pizza or a
Yes,
dessert
no,
pizza?
it wasn't a dessert pizza. It had chocolate on
Okay,
it.
chocolate
No, like-
doesn't belong on a
Like at
pizza.
John's Incredible Pizza, they made one like that.
But does it belong on a pizza?
No.
Okay, neither does pineapple.
It
Yes, it
does.
does.
No.
Yes.
It does.
No, it's too sweet. You don't put fruit on pizza.
S'mores pizza at Shakey's.
I don't care. It doesn't belong on there. It doesn't matter if it exists somewhere. It doesn't belong on there.
Okay, that's
Pineapple
fair.
does, though.
That's fair.
You don't put sweet stuff on there. You don't put fruit on pizza.
Yeah, you do. No,
Do you
look,
put an apple on pizza?
No, here's where I draw
tomatoes
the
are
line.
sweet, and it's freaking tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce is not the same
It's
as
not a
putting
vegetable.
fruit-
Tomatoes a fruit.
But it's not the same as putting a fruit on top of your pizza.
But pineapple is
Pineapple's
delicious.
okay on a pizza.
And
man.
do you put any other fruit inside as a sauce?
We're being very loud.
No, because pineapple is a good topping
Yeah. What
to
if
put
I
on
wanted
pizza.
to put jelly?
That would be wrong.
I don't know about that one.
You're digging yourself a hole, man.
I know.
Look, you're trying to act like we're digging ourselves a hole, but the pineapple still stands.
Here's how I feel about the pineapple. Oh, good. You guys are quiet.
Stop shouting at us.
So, it's not the first pizza I'd order. Like when I'm like, hey, let's get pizza. I'm not thinking, oh yeah, pineapple and Canadian ham, and bacon. But it's really just
bacon,
ham. It's really just
It
ham.
is. It's ham.
But at the same time, if somebody orders it, yeah, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's fine. I'm not going to complain. It's not bad. It belongs there. It's part of the pizza topping family.
I still haven't heard a reason yet.
That's the
because it tastes good.
Because it's all right.
People
It
people
tastes
enjoy
bad.
it.
It tastes bad. Now we're 1-1.
Well, then we're exactly at
Hold
a
on, time
point.
out. Do you honestly think it tastes bad, or are you just saying that for
I
the sake of
honestly think it tastes bad. First of all, pineapple is gross.
No, it's
Second
not.
of all, it's the only topping that truly stains the pizza.
No, it doesn't.
You can't take it off. You take the pineapple off, it doesn't matter. The juices have soaked in.
No, if
Dude,
anything,
that's the same with bell pepper.
if anything stains a pizza, it's
mushrooms,
olives
anything.
because that disgusting
Olives,
flavor
too.
sinks in. And
Olives
just,
are gross too.
yeah.
Yeah,
See,
okay, we can all agree on that.
we can all agree olives suck.
Olives are universally bad.
Yeah.
How do you feel about? Okay, you know what?
Olives are terrible.
You want to fight so hard about the whole pineapple thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about strawberries on pizza?
Terrible.
Because people have done this. I've seen
That's-
photos,
That's kind of where I'm coming from. Like, you don't put fruit on pizza.
but I'm not a maniac. I just put the pineapple on it.
Pineapple's the exception.
I don't know why though.
It's good.
I don't know why either, but
Dude,
yeah.
cooking pineapple makes it taste good.
Yeah,
It's,
like-
Let me
not-
get this straight.
like on a
For you
kebab.
guys, it's really just a gut feeling.
it's not a gut
No,
feeling.
I like it.
enjoy pineapple on pizza. If you cook a pineapple, like grill it or bake it, whatever, like it can taste good coming out of the oven or coming off the grill itself. Like I just said. Any other thing, like I've seen people like roast watermelons. I can't imagine that being good. I don't
roast a watermelon?
People they'll barbecue watermelon and it
They
looks like
disguise it as meat too.
it looks like a ham, but I don't want that. I don't want that anywhere near my pizza.
Shame
pineapple,
on you.
Pineapple, yes. Put that on my pizza. I don't care. It tastes delicious. You're just so picky.
I don't know, man. It's 2-1.
Here's the thing. It's like
You lose.
he's picky about pineapples, but yeah, this is the same guy who said if I paid him money, he would eat bull testicles.
That's true.
I think if you paid me money, I would. Depends on how much.
How big do the testicles have to be?
Bowl size.
I think it'd be. I'd have to do it for like 200 each.
200 each testicle?
500 for the pair.
People
Dylan,
make.
would you do what? Would you do 200 each? If somebody paid you $200,
I don't have
per
200 to give
testicle.
you guys. I'm not giving
I'm
you.
saying if somebody paid you 200 per testicle, would you eat them?
Maybe.
I definitely would for 200.
You know what? I'd probably do it even for cheaper. Because people eat stuff like that around the world.
Yeah, I would go for like 20. Honestly,
20 a testicle?
Yeah, you know what? All right. I'd probably go down to 50. That'd probably be my
Okay, I'm like, yeah.
that's
there's
way
no way.
more reasonable.
We can
Yeah,
make-
I would do it for 20.
Okay. All right. So the. Dude, oh my gosh, we just made a YouTube
But
video.
they have to be like prepared as a meal.
Right.
Like,
it's not like I'm going to go cut them
it's
off.
got to
and
be
not
like Rocky Mountain oysters.
Yeah, not Fear Factor status where you're just like getting the veins and everything. It's like, here, just pop this in your mouth and have the film skin all over it. And oh gosh, that looks so gross, man. Especially with challenges. We got so far off topic. We started with pineapple on pizza. Now we're gonna get into like bull testicles and other things.
I wouldn't put bull testicles on my pizza. I wouldn't put
neither would I.
pineapple on
It
my
wouldn't be
pizza.
one of the meats. What if you did something interesting where it's like you wanted to cut out like you make like a low carb diet and then you just grind up a bunch of bull testicles and then make that like your base for the bread. And it's like a meat pizza.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that anymore.
What, you don't want to blend up any bull testicles? What if I made you a
We
bull?
said we don't want to talk about it.
What if I made you
testicles?
a bull
Just say
testicle shake?
balls.
Bull ball shake.
Okay, that's worse. That's worse.
This is what you wanted, John. You wanted bull balls.
This is either gonna be the most popular episode
Or the most hated
or the
one.
most hated one.
They were just so inappropriate on that episode. They kept talking about testicles.
Sorry.
No, I'm not sorry. It's fun.
It is fun.
But
And
anyway,
with 4 hours of sleep, it's exactly what I'm looking for right now.
Some bull testicles.
yeah.
I don't want bull testicles. I just want to talk about it.
Way to commit. Jeez.
Gosh, man. This is so
This guy been engaged for like what 3 weeks, and now he's already scolding me about commitment.
Sheesh, man. Breathe. I just need to breathe and refocus.
What's next on our list?
Reset.
Next, guys. I actually meant to mention this at the beginning of our podcast, but I'm bringing back an oldie. I am bringing back "Am I the Butthole?"
Yes.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
Better than Am I the
It's been
Testicle?
several weeks, but I think I found a decent enough story.
We're just going to skip past that joke then. All right.
Sorry, did testicles come out of your mouth? I've missed it. I didn't quite hear what was
You
going
didn't
on.
actually hear it?
No.
I said it's better than Am I the Testicle?
Am I? So there I am, right? It's just warm and never mind.
One day after about 12 years, I just dropped.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to rate this episode PG-13 for sure. All right, so am I the butthole?
Yes.
All right. So the
Sorry, guys.
the story topic here is: am I the butthole for asking my husband to, not my husband, this is the speaker here. Am I the butthole for asking my husband to wear shoes to church? And the story goes: my husband and I go to church, and it's really important to me, and he knows it. He doesn't have to come if he doesn't want to. I'm just as content to go alone, but it's a thing for me personally. There isn't too much of a dress code. Most people kind of dress tidy casual. I myself was wearing jeans and a t-shirt and a pair of sandals. We were on our way to church when my husband announced that he had forgotten to bring shoes and planned to go barefoot. I told him we were still less than 100 yards from the house. Oddly specific, but anyway, I digress. So I told him we were still less than 100 yards from the house and we had enough time to go back. He said no, and his friend, in the parentheses, in the back seat getting a lift with us, agreed he shouldn't have to. When we got there, I found a pair of sneakers left in the car and asked him to please put them on. He did, but he argued me down to the ground the whole time, saying it's ridiculous that I care what people think, that I care about social norms, asked how me asking him to wear shoes was any different to me being slut-shamed for things I have worn. I told him he's not a 4-year-old and I shouldn't have to nag him to dress himself. He told me I do a lot of things that are just pointless, ruffling of feathers. He ended up making me cry, like if he didn't want to come, he could have stayed home. I seriously wouldn't have minded, but I feel that like he decided to come with me. Sorry, I messed that one up. Going back. But I feel like if he decided to come with me, he could like be respectful and not make me feel stupid. This isn't the first run-in we've had where I've come off as the bad guy because I've had to nag him to get his crap together for stuff like remembering to brush his teeth, to pick up a little extra housework if he could make dinner because I just worked a double shift. He says it's me trying to control him and implies that I'm weak for, quote, complying with social norms. I just don't know. Was it too much to ask? Do I suck?
No, he's the butthole.
Yeah.
He's totally the butthole.
Unanimous.
You know,
Giant butthole.
and one of the things that kind of sneaks by in this story that maybe some people don't pick up on, that friend in the back seat is the butthole too. I think he's more the butthole than the husband.
Like, dude, just stay out of it, man.
Yeah, if you see an argument going on between a couple, like, don't interject yourself. You don't need to sit there and tell the wife she's out of place or something. That is not your spot to tell her that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it would just be a matter of, again, like she said, he was more than welcome to stay home, and they had an extra pair of shoes by chance. It's like, what's so hard about putting them on?
This guy wanted to go completely barefoot?
That's what. Yeah, he wouldn't even go back when they were not even that far from the house.
I have
does that?
several problems with this.
Okay.
Okay. First one being, when she discovered the extra pair of shoes, he could have just put them on, because he genuinely forgot his shoes. Which, first of all, how do you forget shoes? But anyway.
Yeah. How do you walk out the house like, oh, my feet?
Yeah. Like, but for him to be like, you know what? No, I'm not putting on the shoes. Like, come on. Like, now you're just doing that to intentionally make her like upset. You know?
Right. And he did go on to make her cry, as she stated.
Yeah. Like, just put on the extra pair of shoes. Like, I kind of understand not wanting to go all the way home, even though they were close. But like, they found an extra pair of shoes. The day is saved. Put the shoes on. No, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Put the shoes on.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand wanting to go anywhere without shoes. I've never met anybody who's been really attached to that idea.
Unless you're a nudist or something.
I know people get really passionate about flip-flops, and I can kind of understand that. If you want to wear flip-flops to church, that's another conversation.
Yeah, she even said she was wearing sandals, so I mean, there's no telling if those are flip-flops or not, but even still, like, feet are showing, whatever. It's not a big deal.
What is with this obsession of going shoeless?
Yeah, just flat out barefoot.
And what do you mean complying to social norms? That's I mean, it's technically a social norm, but like putting on shoes does not count as complying to social norms.
Yeah.
That's like putting on a shirt. You're not going to say you're complying.
It's not like one of those social norm rules that's like unnecessary, but people follow it blindly. Like, dude, it's shoes.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so out there. He must have been having like a horrible day or something. I don't know. Like he just woke up on the wrong side of the bed and just.
But I mean, she said he acts like that a lot.
Yeah, and like I said,
So,
it could.
I think he's just a terrible human.
Yeah, and like I said, going back to the friend, it could have been them just like, you know, not to take our phrase, they were stroking their own egos again, and just like, you know, kind of hyping each other up, like, oh, dude, you totally shouldn't wear shoes. Yeah, that'll stick it to her, just kind of, you know, being a jerk the whole time, because if, like I said, he chimed in when he shouldn't have. But that's stupid. Like, again, you have shoes, just put them on. It's that simple. Like, it doesn't need to go any further than that, but you want to make your wife cry. Like, big man, good job.
Yeah, and then like the retaliation was not equivalent. She told him to
slut
put on
shaming.
She told him to put on shoes, and he like attacked her personally. And it's like that's
dare
not
you show your
the
bare
same
feet,
at
you
all.
slut.
Yeah. Those toes are whorish. Like, what is he going for here?
I don't know.
Gosh, man.
This guy is on a different planet.
Yeah, he's just dumb.
Outrageous.
He's just mad because someone told him to do something.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
That's all it is. He's a child.
Just asking for help. Like, you know, like again, she was citing back the other examples. Like, hey, I just need some help at the house. You know, I've always pulled the double shift. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And he's like, no, I don't want to do it. Like she said, he is acting like a 4-year-old. But despite all that and the negative, what do you want to call this? Just that, because I can't call him a negative Nancy. He's not a
He's
chick.
the butthole.
But yeah, okay, the
Call
butthole.
the butthole, yeah.
Billy the butthole here. And so, despite Billy and his shenanigans, I think it's time for us to transition to the entertainment portion of the podcast. Definitely not as good as last week, but
But not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad,
it's
John.
improving. Yeah. You know what, guys? We forgot to announce this. John no longer has his beard.
Oh yeah, that's why his voice is
shaved.
cleared today.
Yeah, it did.
Yes.
Cleared up.
There's no beard like clouding.
Sounding lovely. All right, so this first one's going to kind of take a little bit of a skew shot, because we go into movies or whatever else. This has to do with music. And from what I've seen on articles online, posted from several different websites, Kanye West is now becoming a gospel musician, or a gospel artist. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to Kanye's music before, and he's had some good albums, like, not going to lie, but I don't know. How do you guys feel about it, him going into gospel music?
I wonder like how gospel is it?
As
Like
from
if we're strictly speaking, gospel music would mean like Christian
Kirk
like gospel
Franklin,
music.
Kirk
you know?
Franklin level, yeah.
I does it mean he's going like Christian music?
From what I'm seeing, a lot of reports indicate that he should be heading that direction, to where, like, I don't know,
Really?
possibly working with other Christian artists, and like, again, like I said, going along the lines of, like, say, Kirk Franklin or something. But I can't imagine. I know, because even that song he had years ago, I don't know if you remember it, John, by chance, it was like that Jesus Walks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that one was good, and like this is years ago again, but like, yeah, obviously I know a lot of his material. Like, he would have cuss words, he would have this, he would have that. But I don't, like I said, from what I'm seeing and reading online, it all seems like he's kind of turning over a new leaf. So.
I don't know if he goes that direction. I hope he goes like all the way, like not just Kirk Franklin gospel music, but like hardcore, awesome bass player gospel music. You know, like Sunday morning Baptist church gospel music.
He could, man. I mean, even in the secular realm of as far as like music goes, I mean, this dude is someone that people still would idolize. Like, I mean, I don't know if he'd necessarily be, because there's always like, you know, like the top 5 or whatever. I know Jay-Z is up there. He's one of the great rappers as far as secular music goes. But Kanye would always be referred to. I think even some of the people, when we've gone to youth events like Future Quest and we do like a Q&A with the hip hop artists, they've talked about it too, where it's like, you know, okay, if you could work with anybody, who would you choose? They've actually picked Kanye because, again, he is a good lyricist, and he's got good rhythm. He's got good like just musical talent and everything. So he's not someone. I don't know, almost talking like a football player. Like, he's not someone to sleep on, but no, that's not what I meant. But no, he's a really good, talented, like I said, musician and artist overall. So it's like you said, if he goes full bore with this and like goes just head first into this kind of project, I think it'd be some great music coming out of him for, again, gospel and just Christian music in general. So
you want to hear my opinion?
Yeah, that's what this is.
I think he's full of crap.
Yeah.
Okay, here's why. So yes, that would be awesome if he did like turn over a new leaf, you know, really dive deep, go all the way, become, you know, saved, all that stuff, all that good stuff. But I think he's mainly doing it just because it's another way to make money, and because he came out a while, I don't know how many years now, but where he started calling himself Yeezus and comparing himself to Jesus. Mm-hmm. So I think he's just trying to keep riding that and do gospel music just as part of that show, you know, like, oh yeah, like, I'm like Jesus, I should do gospel music now. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's why I wonder if it's gospel like the musical style or gospel like the Christian genre, you know?
And because like when he came out with the Jesus album, I was like, I'm done with him. Like,
right.
I mean, like, okay, his music was already, for me anyway, starting to get less and less good.
Yeah.
But like that was kind of like the final nail in the coffin for me. I just, like, dude, don't compare yourself to Jesus.
Right.
Stop it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and again, like you said, though, this was like, I'm not trying to, I guess, not judge too harshly, I guess, but like you said, if this was years ago, there's not to say that they couldn't have turned over a new leaf, you know, years down the line here. So
I'm just saying I'm skeptical because of all that.
And that yeah, rightfully so. Because again, it's like one of those thin lines that you kind of have to like weigh back and forth, where it's like, you know, okay, is someone, you know, they're saying one thing, but how are they going to act out? And like, you know, like, are they really going to live it out, or are they just saying this, like you said, just to make money off of it, or whatever else other intentions they might have? Were you saying something else, Luke, to that effect?
No.
Okay. Well, were you saying something else on the topic, I guess? Is that what you were?
No.
No, okay. You
I
look
don't
like,
think so.
I don't know. I thought you were about to lean in before I was talking to John on again, the subject.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah, see? We saw you. You
Unless
indicated.
you were trying to make out with your mic again, like before we started recording.
Or,
I was rubbing my nose on it, John.
That's even weirder.
Don't be gross.
he says nose, he meant tongue.
No.
It was his nose tongue.
Yeah.
It was an Eskimo kiss, not...
So, I mean, one could say you did use tongue.
No. You couldn't. You guys know what an Eskimo kiss is, right?
Yeah, where you rub
I
noses.
do.
Yeah.
But like, what if we do an American kiss? That'd be with the lips. So
Yeah, but I didn't.
the Eskimo kiss is an equivalent of a normal kiss. Just an Eskimo.
Okay.
If you do
So you made out with your mic.
With my nose, yes.
Yeah.
Not with my tongue.
So he says.
agree to disagree. All right, moving on.
No. We do not agree.
Well, I said to disagree, though.
We disagree and we disagree.
Yeah.
There's no agreeing here.
But, hey, I don't care what you think, all
Let's
right?
ask
I don't
Kanye what he thinks.
Oh.
I'll write a gospel tune about it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
just
telling
wondering-
you, Kanye, if you're going to do gospel music, do the good stuff with killer bass players.
Do the right thing. That's all
Hashtag
I'm
gospel
asking.
licks.
That's all I'm asking.
Gospel licks. Ooh, that'd be a good one.
Ooh.
Sounds like a good band name or album name.
Yeah, but if you've never seen like gospel bass players, oh my goodness, like gospel licks is a thing. Whether you're playing drums or bass or like whatever, it just means like you're good at what you do and you got some like awesome licks.
Right. Okay. So, like I said, quick deviation into the musical portion of like entertainment overall, but quickly coming back to what we're familiar with, and that being movies. Have you guys read reports that Disney is rumored to be considering offering Sony a buyout of Spider-Man's rights for $5 billion. That's billion with a B.
Yeah.
Dude, that's I was thinking about that, like, to put that into a perspective for people who don't maybe not know. That's more than half of what Avengers Endgame made in their theater run. That's how big that they are offering Sony to get the rights to Spider-Man. That's insane.
Did you say more than half or more than double?
That's more than half, because what they made, I know they beat Avatar's record, which was like, what, 7 billion or something?
What? I thought it was like 2 billion.
No, the Avengers Endgame had 3 billion opening weekend.
300 million?
3 billion.
I think you're thinking of 300 million opening weekend.
No,
total, it was 2 billion.
It was something huge. It was either way. I know Avatar had the top spot again at $7-ish billion.
I don't think so.
$2.796 billion US dollars at the box
opening
office.
Weekend though.
No,
it just says in total.
That's total.
Total.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, opening weekend was like 300 million, but total it was like 2.7 billion.
Hold up.
But this makes the point more interesting because it's double what Avengers Endgame made total.
It's 500 million away from becoming the biggest film ever made.
How far away?
500 million.
But it's not going to reach it.
No, because
probably not.
It's already out of.
And we already talked about this. John, do you know what the biggest film ever made was?
The Walking Dead.
That's not a film. You know what? I don't think I do.
It's Gone with the Wind.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's inflation included.
Still weird to me that it's that one.
It's weird to everybody.
It's true.
It doesn't make sense. Dylan, did you find the information you're hoping for?
I swear when I was
trying to prove me wrong. Is that working out for you?
Well, again, it's like I swear they were like when they were talking about how much money this movie made, and like that's what was so astronomical about it was that it was just again a huge amount. I remember seeing articles again about that with Avatar being the #1 spot, and then obviously Endgame took that over as far as highest grossing film. And then that's why I remember the 5 sticking out to me so much was that I could have sworn it was more than half, not necessarily more than double what they made. That's what's confusing me here. Like, I'd have to go back and listen to what, like podcast 1 or 2. I think we discussed it there with how much total it made.
Maybe.
But either way, I know. So I don't know. Something's not adding up in my head. I don't know. Maybe
Spider-Man might get bought, huh?
Yeah. So long story short, here, as I'm just again digressing all over the place.
Long story long.
I think it's a mistake. I think they had to leave Spider-Man's rights where they are. You know why?
With Sony, why?
Like I said before in our past podcast, I really enjoy all these Spider-Man reboots.
Because he's
No, listen. It's like you guys have seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, Miles Morales.
It's like we're getting a version of the Spider-Man from each different Spider-Verse.
No.
Like every time they reboot it. No. I enjoy it.
If your next suggestion is that Nicolas Cage should play Spider-Man in his own live-action movie, we're going to have to fight.
No, he's much too old to play Spider-Man.
Man.
He played Spider-Man.
He played Spider-Man.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man Noir.
Oh, that's right.
The guy with the trench coat.
Yeah.
Which I think Luke, to your point, I think they are actually talking about making a Spider Noir movie.
With Nicolas Cage?
Cool. I think so.
I don't
my
I don't know about Nicolas Cage, but the Spider-Man Noir movie would be cool.
I like Nicolas Cage, but I don't know if I like him as a live-action Spider-Man.
No, I don't think... No, it's not live action. It would be another animated one, I believe. So
that would be okay.
Yeah, voice acting.
So my point is, I like Spider-Man where it's at. I like all the reboots. I really do.
And you're wrong for that. We just wanted to let that be on the record for the podcast.
I can't possibly be the only one who feels that way. There could be like one other person at least.
Like, I could understand someone saying they want it to stay with Sony for any other reason than what you're giving me right now, because nobody likes the fact that they keep rebooting actor after actor.
I do. It's like all the Spider universes.
I just don't know.
But yes.
And it's only Spider-Man for you, huh?
You know, that's the only one they've really done, right?
What if they've done it. Let's talk about
Fantastic
Batman.
Four. I mean, but if we're sticking to just Marvel, though, that's
why?
Batman's different, though, because there were such gaps between them, right?
What if they did them all at the same time? Would that be okay?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
There's a multiverse in the DC universe, too.
John just has a different
if you think about it
point
from,
of view.
If you think about it from that perspective, like not from, they just keep switching the actor because they're dumb.
No,
if you think about it from the perspective of, like, what if it's, the different Spider universes? Like, then it's kind of
always
cool.
going to be a what if.
Yeah. I know.
They're never going to bring them together.
No, yeah, I hope they don't.
There's no payoff.
Well, what's
the payoff is you get to see different versions of Spider-Man.
No.
But they're supposed to all be the same one. In Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, they were all different Spider-Men.
And woman.
And woman. Spider-Gwen.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just saying I'm happy with it the way it is. I think, what's that kid's name? Tom Holland. He's doing a good job as Spider-Man. Arguably my favorite one.
Okay.
But...
You want to see him rebooted?
I want to see him rebooted. I want to see a new Spider-Man now.
Doesn't make any sense.
He's been in quite a few movies now. He has two of his own standalone movies, like
Gone with the Wind.
Leave it alone.
I don't know.
I know you guys strongly disagree, but that's how I feel.
I want the continuity to continue.
I'm just not seeing the logical conclusion on this one. And this one I'll respectfully disagree. I guess you have somewhat of a point. I don't even know if you can call it that. I don't get it. It's not making logical sense to me.
If you agree with John, let him know.
Please let me know
on the Twitter page.
Yeah.
And if you don't, scold him harshly. Just blast him.
If you go follow our Twitter page and let me know how you feel, if you agree or disagree, I promise my tweets will be more accurate.
Actually, you know what? We can just have him text you directly.
No, let's not do that.
Yeah, John's number is
4-5. Oh.
Well, now they missed the last two numbers. You interrupted me. I'm sorry. The last two numbers were 4 or 5. We're not going to do it again.
Yeah. They're just going to have to
tried. Nobody wants to listen to me when I talk about John's numbers, though. Yeah, but keeping it relevant with Spider-Man, there are theories suggesting that this third Spider-Man movie I don't even know if we can talk about this. Okay.
Oh, because
spoilers. Okay. So this could potentially be spoilerific. Although I will say this, Spider-Man released on Blu-ray either last week or a few weeks now. So it's out on DVD. What's your call on if we should really...
I mean, I haven't seen it yet.
Better not talk about it. I was going to say, my parents are big fans of the podcast.
Did they watch it yet?
And they haven't watched it yet.
I was going to say, because I don't care.
Did you put it on your Voodoo account yet?
I don't know that I did. But, okay. We'll
talk about it on a later date.
A later date?
Yeah. Maybe next week. I'm sure there's going to be more Spider-Man news. We'll bring it up next time.
All right. So, like you just heard here, folks, I'm going to have to cross this one off. So, here's the pen being uncapped, and I got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna come back to this. We'll circle back at a later episode, like Luke said, because there's stuff that we want to discuss involving Spider-Man. But certain people haven't seen the movie yet, so...
You know what's funny? You said we'll circle back. As you said that, you circled the thing on the list. That was funny.
Yeah, double entendre, but they wouldn't even know.
Inside joke.
Mm-hmm. All right, capped.
Hey, how about this? I've got more Marvel news.
Marvel?
Yeah.
All right, what's up?
Captain Marvel, Brie Larson... is working on a deal with Marvel that would be like a 10-movie deal.
Yeah, I did see that too.
If there's any doubt about her being the next
7,
the next main hero in the MCU, it's being confirmed now. She is the next Tony Stark kind of a character.
Yep, that's definitely where it's heading for. That?
I finally saw Captain Marvel for the first time like 4 days ago.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It wasn't bad. I liked it. Yeah, I think it got way overhyped because of the fact that she's a female.
Right.
But it was a good movie. I did like it.
Yeah, it has a cool vibe to it.
That's why I don't trust hype anymore, because people hype stuff up over stupid reasons.
No, I wouldn't say...
Black Panther's the first black superhero, which isn't true. They were Static Shock.
Even just... they talk about that for movies, and I would like to credit Blade. Hello.
Yeah,
Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes was a beast.
No.
Love that movie.
But I'm saying, point being... Don't believe the hype. Go see it for yourself. And I finally did. I know I'm really late, but it was a good movie. I really liked it.
Yeah, and that's where I kind of felt too. It's like it's definitely not the best Marvel movie, but it's a good Marvel movie.
Yeah, here's the interesting thing. We've already seen the lineup of Marvel movies that are coming out. She's got a 10-year deal.
Well, 7 again, but
there's 7. Yes, a seven movie deal. They gotta get to it soon.
Shoot, man, she could end up being in two more phases at this point, because she got introduced at the end of the last phase. It's like she could be spanning again, like I said, 2 phases overall. That's like another 2 decades.
Yeah, but I mean that's not surprising. Tony Stark was the main character for 3 phases. 4?
3.
3 phases. Phase 4.
We're on phase 4, I believe.
Yeah, 3 phases. He was the
Where do the phases
main
cut off?
So there's okay.
Roughly with the Avengers movies.
So yeah, so the first one is you have all the origin stories, cuts off or ends with Avengers 1.
Right.
Next phase goes all the way up to Age of Ultron and also Ant-Man, the first movie. And then third phase, no.
Yeah, third phase
Are we on
ends-
phase 5 then? Because wouldn't
No, it goes through Spider-Man.
Civil War and all that, and then
Yeah, through all that, through
that-
Spider-Man.
So phase 3 is huge then. There's a
Yeah.
lot of movies in phase
it's a
3.
big one.
Yeah, so that goes all the way from after Ant-Man till Spider-Man Far From Home, the one that just released.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be surprising, but here's what I'm wondering: like, the movies that have been released, is she in any of them? Like, they got to get going. They've released a lot of movies that are coming up,
Right.
and if she's not in any of those, that just means she's got a lot of movies.
She's got a
catch up. A long time
long-term,
from now, yeah.
long-term deal.
Like, this could be like another 10 years, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So,
So
sheesh, this is gonna be interesting.
You know what'll be weird though? Like as a superhero, do you guys know if Captain Marvel ages?
Ooh,
I
she stayed the same
don't.
age from the 90s until
yeah.
2019.
Right. So how's that gonna work? Because the
Yeah.
actress is human and she will get older.
Well, you know, there's
CGI,
CGI,
I don't
for that.
know.
like they did with Stark.
She's not that old yet. I think
She's what, in her 30s maybe?
I think
Yeah, I'd
she's
say
still under
mid
30.
Under?
I think she
Under
is.
30?
I don't know about that one.
Somebody's got to look it up now.
All right, we got
CGI.
we got some top men on this. All right, we're gonna check this
Top
out.
men.
Top men.
Oh.
Brie Larson
Oh.
is in fact what 30? Oh wow, 30 years old.
30? Okay, I was close.
I
Yeah.
was off. I said 30s.
I was thinking
Yeah,
mid
she's
30s,
new.
but
She's
yeah,
barely
she's
30.
dang, she's just young for an actress in Hollywood.
Yeah, she's young.
Yeah.
She got
Okay,
her start
she'll be
early.
fine
She
then.
was like a singer
And
in
a-
like the early
a singer?
2000s, like a teen singer. So she's still pretty young.
Was she like one of those Disney kids that like I know like
I don't know
Britney
if she was
Spears
Disney,
and not NSYNC, but not Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. Wow.
Yeah, she was like that generation.
Okay.
Justice Beaver.
Yeah.
and I will say Brie Larson, she's beautiful.
Is she as good as what's that one dude actor you really think is hot?
What, Idris?
No, the white one.
Brad?
Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Brad,
She's
we're on a
hot.
first name basis.
Okay, it's gonna seem like I just lean more towards the men, but if I was comparing the two, let's see. I don't know.
The fact that you compare them in your head is weird.
Maybe a slight edge to Brad Pitt.
Wow.
It's because of his pits.
And it's because of his abs.
I,
Look, Brie Larson is a beautiful woman. That's all I'm saying. All right.
What about her abs?
I don't know. I'm not looking up pictures of her stomach. That'd be weird.
Well, no.
Show me Brie Larson's abs. Google. Like, no.
Wait. So you don't do that about a woman, but you do that about Brad Pitt.
It's in movies. I go to see
That's
movies.
true.
I mean, like,
All
I'm not
right.
just like Google searching Brad Pitt's abs.
Oh
Gosh,
promise?
I promise. You can check my search history. Ugh. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely something to look forward to. And like I said, I'm hoping that they go in the direction of having Galactus be like the ultimate enemy as far as this phase goes. Because I know
Yeah.
obviously it's like, how do you
I
get?
don't know how they're going to do it.
Well,
Like
I
in
mean,
the comic books, you would just kind of suspend your disbelief to such an extent that it didn't matter. They didn't have to illustrate it accurately.
Yeah.
You just took it that, okay, he's the size of a planet. How
Right.
do you do that in a movie? What's he
'cause
standing
even-
on? What does
even-
he walk on?
Well, yeah. Even in the movie, I don't remember which one, but in one of the flashbacks, they showed one of the Eternals like walking, destroying the planet.
That's not him, though.
No, I know,
No,
but
yeah.
if he's an Eternal, right? So wouldn't he be that same size?
I don't
Is
know.
he an Eternal?
I don't know, because I know the Eternals. That's like the cast with like Jon Snow and Angelina Jolie and all them. Like that's something.
Yeah, I
that's
don't
something
think he
different. I don't
counts-
think he's.
No, he's a Celestial.
Celestial.
That's
That's
it.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Of. Sorry, listeners.
Well, I thought Celestial was Chris Pratt's dad.
He's one of them. Yeah, they're not all the same.
So they have
It's
different-
not speaking of a species. It's
Okay.
speaking of a type of being.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
So
but-
yeah, his whole thing though is like he eats planets.
Yep. And that's-
So I'm not sure. How do you throw that into a movie? How do you have heroes fight against this?
well, again, that's how you have the Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer get introduced, is because again he's Silver Surfer being the Herald of Galactus. I mean, that'll be again somewhat what they tried to set up in what was it, the old Fantastic Four that had Jessica Alba
Yeah.
and whatnot. She was like Invisible Woman. But
Still
they
though,
just-
like in that they made Galactus like like a mist that would eat planets.
Yeah.
You know, it was.
Yeah, that was again. That was just
How are they
horrible.
going to do this? I trust Marvel to do
They'll do
a
him
good
justice.
job. I trust they haven't made a mistake yet, in my opinion.
Gosh,
At least not a big one.
I swear, I even saw an article the other day. I should have screenshotted or taken a picture, but it was they were talking about who could play Galactus or someone that they were actually eyeing to play Galactus, and it was someone who was actually there was someone well known, and I was like, oh, that could be a good
John
fit. but-
Malkovich.
No, was not John.
That could be great.
Being
though.
Galactus.
John Belushi.
Oh, man.
Wait, no, Jim Belushi.
Tim Allen. Tim Allen will be Galactus. You heard it here first on the podcast. But
I got another thing on the Marvel MCU phases.
okay.
Okay. How long do you think they're going to drag this out? How long do you think they're going to drag this out?
Till it stops making money.
No, but I mean like our lifetime wise. When do you think it'll kind of
I
finish?
don't know.
I'm almost 30 right now. I would easily say I'll be in my 50s by the time this stops.
I kind of hope it doesn't.
Yeah, because it'd
I
be
don't know.
neat to see how long they can make it go.
Look, because I mean, like, as far as longevity and stuff, I definitely want them to end sooner rather than stretching it out, kind of like the same way The Walking Dead is on. They've got renewed for, I think they're only on season 10 right now, but they've been renewed for season 11 already, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like I love the show. I wanted it to go far when it first came out. I'm like, everyone's doubting the show, and sure enough, it starts breaking all kinds of like TV records for like number one this, number one that. But then it's going too long now, man. I'm just like, I'm over it.
Yeah,
I can't keep up.
I watched like 7 or 8 seasons, but it just starts getting repetitive. You know, there's like one new guy who's the ruler of a community. They got to take him out and take over the community. Okay, then that community falls. Now they got to do it again.
Yep.
Like, I got tired of it.
Yeah, same effect.
Here's
cause
the
and effect.
thing with the MCU. I think if it comes to an end, it'll either fizzle out or it will end almost
With a bang.
directly with Kevin Feige retiring.
Yeah.
If it survives Kevin Feige, then eventually it'll probably just kind of the movies will become less and less and less.
good.
But if when Kevin Feige retires, that could be the time where they put a relatively sharp end to the MCU, and they'll probably do it in pretty fantastic fashion.
Right.
So if I had to choose an ending, probably I would hope for that. If it continues after Kevin Feige, I hope they get somebody in there who's going to carry it on just as well as he did.
Yeah, because again, I don't, like I said, I mean, we all love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't want it to go so far to where it just becomes tedious and people hate it. Like, again, I know people, even right now, talk about the whole comic book movie fatigue or whatever. Like, they're getting tired of it in Hollywood, but it's just like, well, you guys just didn't happen to get signed on to this project. But, everyone else who's been performing in these movies, I'm like, they're all spot on. This is all great. Like, they haven't put out one bad movie yet, and people still want to complain about it. But it's just like,
They seem to be enjoying it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, when was the last time you had somebody sign on for 10 movies?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like they're just bitter about it. Like I know, I think one of the more recent ones is Jennifer Aniston. She was complaining about it and just like, whatever.
She's just mad because they didn't pick her for any of the parts.
Exactly, and this is someone else I think pointed out too. It's like, oh, this comment and her like backlash towards the Marvel movies is coming at a really interesting time considering Angelina Jolie just got signed on to projects. Like, a little bit of bitter resentment there.
Ooh.
But yeah, whatever. Yeah, I you know what? Unpopular opinion. I don't like Friends. Like I'll say it now.
Oh my goodness.
You don't like us?
I don't. No, I like you guys. I don't like the show Friends. But yeah, so whatever.
show, man.
The listeners can grill me for it, but I just don't care. It
It's
just
funny, you don't like it. John likes it.
I do.
I'm
just kind of like, man, if it's on, it's on.
yeah, it's okay. It's not bad.
That show's hilarious.
Yeah. Well,
It's-
nobody told them life was going to be this way. So
It's How I Met Your Mother for people in their 40s. Because it applies to their time. How I Met Your Mother is more like our generation.
you know what's a fun thing to do to people though is if they're really into Friends, you tell them that every time they walk, the actors when you're watching the show, notice how many times they like look down at the floor. That's them walking to their mark because they don't remember where it's at.
Really?
Yeah, like
Hey.
that's them looking for their spot to where they should stop, turn around, and keep the conversation going or whatever. But
That's funny.
Anyway, but yeah. So we're really going long here, and I still got a few more topics for entertainment portion. So as few teasers, or if you don't already know, if any of you Breaking Bad fans out there, the movie El Camino is now available for streaming on Netflix. So I haven't seen it yet, but Luke, I know you're really into Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. I had a friend who came up to me. He was like, "Dude, it's out," and I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, I stayed up super late watching it last night, and it was great."
Yeah, are you into Breaking Bad, John? Or
No, I watched like the first season. It just
wasn't getting you? Okay,
it's not horrible. It's just
right.
Really
I get you. They're kind of long episodes, but yeah. So I definitely think that by next week, Luke, because I know we were both busy this week, we should try to make time to watch that and then come back and give our movie review.
Have a little date.
El Camino. Yeah, we can do a man date. We can cuddle up together. I'll get a big blanket for us on the couch.
Let me know. Nice. Is it episodes or it's a movie?
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a feature film.
Yeah. Let me know when you guys watch it. I'll watch it.
Sweet.
I won't be able to comment much because I didn't watch the show, but I could still comment on it.
Yeah, I mean,
you should be on the phone with us, and we'll just
we'll just be Skyping him the whole time. Let's see. But yeah, so then other fun things coming down the pipe. I saw the trailer, or at least the announcement for Jungle Cruise, the movie that's going to be starring The Rock and Emily Blunt. How are you guys? Excited for that one or
no?
I
don't know. I mean, I guess Pirates of the Caribbean was a huge success,
right? Based off of an amusement park ride.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe, but Jungle Cruise doesn't sound as interesting as Pirates of the Caribbean.
I kind of just imagine the Jumanji reboot because it took place in like forest areas.
Dense forest.
I just imagine it being like that.
Yeah, and because it's definitely gonna be something. I know even when they did the movie Where the Wild Things Are. It's like they based it off a kid's book, but there's not much deep plot to it. So it's like, okay, what story are we going to create around this? So it's definitely got one of those feels of if you don't get this thing just right, it can be a flop. However, the one thing working in their favor is the fact that they cast The Rock in the movie. And when has any of his movies really flopped? I mean, people still flock to see him and give him billions of dollars or millions every movie.
Flop, but I doubt it's going to get a sequel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wouldn't say sequel at all. It's definitely not Pirates of the Caribbean level.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know. I'm not all that excited for it, but maybe I'll see it.
It's one of those I'll rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Redbox, sponsor us.
Yes. We'll get $1 an episode. All right. So now, as we were kind of coming to a close with the entertainment portion, I've got several movies to review here. It's going to be... I'll try to get through them as quick as possible. Again, going off of our criteria, John, I don't know if you were here last week, but I'll give it to our listeners once again.
You don't know if he was here last week?
If I was here last week?
He was definitely
I meant to say I don't know
here.
if he heard the episode from last week. That's what I meant to say. So
Did you?
Oh, wait, did I?
Okay.
Fired.
I don't know if I did. I'm sorry.
Okay, so he had to shave his neck beard, all right? That's what cost him.
true.
Took up a lot of time. He had to fight that thing. All right, so just to go over for our listeners once more, our criteria would go off of plot, and that kind of relating to the originality of the movie and the cast, how do they perform, the action, comedy, drama / family movie aspect, or whatever the genre it would fall into, how well does it deliver. One category, Luke, I forgot to add in last week, special effects / CGI, if relevant to the movie. Because there are movies that are, live action, but they could still throw in, obviously, effects here and there.
Yeah.
And do those effects look good? Do they look real? Or do they just kind of fall subpar?
Yeah.
And that really come to play with the next three movies I'm about to get into. And then we also had music / score, depending on how the movie went there, length, and wow factor. And then, of course, we'll end with a content warning just to give you guys a heads up if you are interested in seeing the movie or not. But starting with the first movie, we have Gemini Man. And that was the movie with Will Smith, as he's a former U.S. soldier.
It's the one with Will Smith and Will Smith.
Yes, exactly, as the movie posters would show you. So it's Will Smith versus Will Smith, and he's a U.S. soldier who's looking to retire, but then finds out that there's been another agent sent to kill him, who is also himself. And there's not much to really give away here, so it's kind of weird how you don't want to spoil a movie coming out. Or spoil a movie coming out its opening weekend, but there's not much to really spoil with this one.
You mean Will Smith was Will Smith the whole time?
Exactly.
Wow.
Pretty much they give in all the trailers they give you away the whole big,
They pretty much
they tell you the plot
during
again,
the trailer. To be honest.
this soldier, he is you. There's not much else you can really do to spoil this movie.
Yeah, it's just the action.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's originality and cast. I'll give them this. I think the actors did well enough for what they were given, but it's not really that deep of a plot. Again, the twist you see coming. There's not they try to act like it's a big surprise in the movie. Yet they've been advertising it for the past 6-7 months, however long it's been, and you're just like, okay, I knew that. What else is going on in this movie?
They should have done a flashback of him as a kid, but used Jaden Smith.
That went great. Him in Japan, or not Japan, but China training with Jackie Chan.
What are we gonna do when Jaden Smith is definitely not a kid anymore?
Oh man,
we'll be lost. He'll have to be his own actor.
Yeah. I wonder what will happen with his tweets because he sends out some weird things.
Oh my
He's a
goodness.
weirdo. He
We
wears
should do a
dresses
segment on James
Smith's
Smith tweets. Ooh, that could be good.
Next week we'll make a new game of it. All right, so moving down the list, action. It was good. It was good.
Dang.
Yeah,
Wait, what movie?
That's
This is
not
still-
off to a good start.
this is still Gemini Man.
Oh,
Yeah, so special effects and CGI. It's sad to say that this is the movie that kind of like jogged my memory to like put this on. Yeah, some of the special effects and CGI that they had in this, definitely a little subpar. Like at least by my standards, I'm looking at it and I'm just like, it's taking me out of the scene of what's supposed to like, like what's supposed to be going on. Music, good enough. Length, I don't know the exact length. I do want to say it meets the qualifications of being over an hour and a half long at the very least. Wow factor, didn't really seem to have it. Like I said, I didn't walk out of the theater being like, oh, that was such a great movie.
Yeah.
So that being said, I think as far as content warnings go, there was probably there was violence. I mean, you have shootouts and stuff. Again, he's a trained soldier and stuff, so they're fighting back and forth with each other. Probably a little bit of language here and there. Nothing sexual or any kind of nudity, nothing like that. But I think overall, as I'm looking at the list, I'd probably give this movie maybe a C+. Like,
what if it had Brad Pitt shirtless in it?
it'd still be a C+. like again, I love Will Smith, and it felt so weird. I was talking to Sarah after we saw it. I'm just like, I feel so weird giving Will Smith a C+, but this movie was just okay.
Did you feel let down?
I did. Like, maybe more action, maybe the CGI. CGI definitely could have been better. Like, in the scenes I don't want to spoil away or anything, but yeah, it just didn't really live up to even somewhat of the hype that the trailers kind of led you to believe. So.
I'll tell you what, I'm super excited for this movie to be out because I am tired of seeing the commercials for this movie in every single movie I go to. Like,
right.
I'm trying to think what the movie was. Yeah, all the way back to Spider-Man Far From Home.
Right.
They've been doing these
tried to
trailers.
hype it up
When
so
we went to
much.
see Joker last week, we saw another commercial for Gemini Man. So now it's finally out. Don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, so that'll be over and done with. Yeah, if you got time to kill and you want to go see the movie anyway, feel free. That's on you.
If you got money to waste and time to kill.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so second movie, Jexy. This is kind of an adult comedy, definitely not for the kids. Do not take them. There is nudity in this, tons of language. And this one even still, like, for what it's worth, plot-wise, still not that deep. Comedy, I had a couple chuckles here and there. Nothing too crazy. I wasn't, like, busting a gut laughing, just hunched over in my chair, can't breathe. Nothing that crazy. Didn't really have to involve special effects CGI, so that one it can get a pass on. Same with kind of music. Length, under an hour and a half long, and wow factor, still not really there either. I'd probably give this one a C to C-. Like, Jexy just didn't deliver either as far as humor goes.
Things aren't going so well so far.
No,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I definitely say it's the...
Strike two.
Yeah, it's not the worst week of movies and entertainment, but it's definitely probably...
best.
It's at least taking second best, or second worst right now.
Is there a movie to save the day?
I think there is, and
Yeah?
that movie is The Addams Family. So it's obviously it's a cartoon. This is a CGI animated movie. For the characters and the cartoony effect it has.
We've got a family movie for you.
Yes, and again, for what it's worth, the plot and the wow factor, it's not necessarily super crazy. It is a kids movie. But you can still walk out of there being like, you know what, that was still a good film. The comedy and the kind of like family aspect of it was really good. I mean, I saw it not opening night, but I saw it last night, and there were several families in the theater with me, and a lot of the kids were getting laughs out of it. So it's good to see it. It is hitting well with their demographic, and even some of the parents were getting some chuckles here and there, myself included. Not that I have kids, but just again, I was laughing with them. It was a decent enough movie as far as that goes. The music was definitely good, as you can all relate and just know that the whole Addams Family theme song, they put that in certain parts, but then...
Da-na-na-na. 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 You can't talk about the Addams Family
exactly.
theme song without doing it.
It was really well done, and there were some moments where I laughed more in this movie than I did with Jexy. So I think for this one, was also under an hour and a half long. But I would still give this one a solid B. solid B to B minus with the Addams Family. So if you got time, I would out of those 3 movies, if you want to go this weekend or maybe sometime this week before the next movies come out, because I know we're gonna have another wave of like Zombieland 2 is coming out Friday. So there's I think there's a couple movies coming out. But I would definitely recommend going to see Addams Family this weekend or this week. I keep saying weekend. I'm just I'm out of it. We're still out of it and tired and sleepy. My apologies to the audience, but yeah, definitely one worth taking your kids to, and maybe if you want to just check it out for yourself, worth the money. And with that being said, it is now time for us to transition to the sports. Sports. All right, starting off heavy. First update for the Major League Baseball playoff postseason. Dodgers are gone.
Yeah.
That quickly.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I was 2 for 2 on the American League side. The Astros and Yankees both continued.
Yeah, they did.
I was 0 for 2 on the National League side. The Dodgers and the Braves lost to the Nationals and the Cardinals.
Yep, and dude, it's so crazy because it's like I know, and don't get me wrong, I'm still mad at the GM for putting in Clayton Kershaw with all his choking hazards.
GM.
Oh, not GM,
just
but
manager.
Just manager, yes. Sorry. Excuse me. But yeah, the manager for putting in Clayton Kershaw, it's just like not going to the bullpen or whatever. It's just like he cost them that series that could have advanced them in the playoffs. It's like,
I mean, it's okay to put him in, but after the first home run, you're like,
get him out.
Flashbacks, you know?
Yeah, it's like, how do you do that? Like, I trust, and you know what the sucky thing is? I think for the Dodger fans in general, since they did go to a I don't know if it's necessarily historic, but they had 106 wins this season. It's like, and that's obviously a lot, but it's just like, I think because of that, the guy's going to stay on for another season as opposed to him just getting the axe and getting cut.
Well, I would keep him on. Because like you said, like they're winning 100 games every season. They went to the World Series 2 times in a row. Like, they didn't win, but how could you say that's worth firing a coach over,
Well, but I mean, look at not that the two sports are the same by any means, obviously, but like look back with the Chargers when they had Norv Turner. He would continually lead them to like 10 plus wins and whatever easily, and we'd get like maybe a first round bye kind of thing more often than not. But then eventually, just like, okay, well, we're not advancing any further. And granted, he did have losing seasons. I get that,
and that's when we got rid of him.
But I don't know. Even still, it's just like you got to get somewhere. And for the Dodgers to be in the playoffs this often and this frequently, it's just like, how do you not deliver at least one of those years? I mean, it's they've been on like a 7-year streak of either falling in the World Series or just playoffs in general. Like, something's not adding up here. Like, you have the talent on both sides. Like, why are you not going to get done?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Dodgers fans get a little spoiled. Like, if the worst thing that happens to you in a season is you lose the World Series, like, that's a good season.
Yeah, that's a really good season.
Try being an Angels fan for a day, our hopes get further away from the World Series every single season.
Wait, you had hope this season?
I had hope at the beginning.
I haven't had hope in years.
Yeah. I like going to the games, and they, occasionally will pull out a win when I go there, but yeah.
One good thing did come out of this Kershaw flop.
Oh, yeah, what's that, John?
The Kershaw memes.
Oh yes.
Please.
They are so funny. We're going to go over
On
a few
point.
of them today.
They fire.
Okay. So this first one, just picture Clayton Kershaw on the phone.
Okay.
And then underneath it, Obama's on the phone.
Okay.
Okay. So Obama's talking. He says, "Sorry, Clayton Kershaw. Choking isn't covered by Obamacare."
Oh, burned.
Zinger. Who remembers that? That's going to be our phrase of the week. Throwback. John
Zinger.
and I going to the old days.
Oh,
Zinger.
man.
Zinger. So yeah, how many peanut M&Ms is that?
Just one. Oh, yeah. So we have some people that are getting these catchphrases now that are not easily accessible to us. So
We don't store them in the pantry.
we're going to have to put a stipulation on this now. Getting the phrase of the week, you earn the right to collect a peanut M&M from us. So we're going to leave the responsibility to you to come and collect it just because we can't go out and deliver peanut M&Ms to everybody all week long.
Yeah,
so
sure.
We do have lives aside from the podcast.
Yes. So sorry if this is like ruining your day.
Yeah,
but
if this breaks the back, but
yeah, I know you're going to be. Some of you may be not receiving one peanut M&M now, but you do have the option to still come to us and collect a peanut M&M.
Yeah.
Now, if you can't make it out to us, I do have a solution for you. You, as a listener, go out and buy a pack of peanut M&Ms, and every time you remember the phrase of the week, treat yourself to a peanut M&M.
Then you feel good, we feel good. It's
There
a
you go. No one's hurt.
win situation.
Except your wallet. But I mean, what do they cost? Like $1 a pack. So
Yeah.
Dollar store,
Yeah.
man.
It's like if you eat one M&M at a time, you'll be.
it'll
set
last you
a
for
while.
months. Yeah.
All right, so on to the next meme. You guys remember that old commercial that was like, so-and-so has DirecTV, and then it was like, and I'm so-and-so, and I have cable. And
Oh,
like
yeah, it's like the
poor,
dim,
sad
right,
person.
yeah.
So this one, the top says, I'm regular season Kershaw, and I have DirecTV. And then the bottom is, I am postseason Kershaw, and I have cable.
Oh man. He's still getting wrecked.
So Halloween's coming up, right?
Yeah.
Woo, yeah. So I found a Halloween themed meme. So there's a bucket of candy there, right? Well, a bowl of candy, Halloween candy, passing out to the
Very
children.
delicious.
The good stuff.
Yeah. And inside of it, around the candy, there's cropped in pictures of Kershaw's head, and it says, "Remember, parents, always check your kids' candy for choking hazards like these."
Oh, these are brutal.
Kershaw's getting it, man.
Poor guy.
So sad. We took a picture with him too at the Dream Center when we did
Yeah, we
that.
did. Yeah, I still have that picture.
Yep.
So then there's one. It's 4 pictures. They're 4 athletes. Right?
Okay.
Side, in
Top
a square.
top corner, left and right, and then
Right,
bottom
right.
left and right. Yeah.
So it's NBA King, and it's a picture of LeBron.
LeJean
Then there's
Brames.
NFL King, and it's a picture of
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Then there's the PGA King, Tiger Woods.
Golf.
And then next,
Yes.
there's the Cho King, and it's Kershaw.
Oh my goodness.
That one really, when John showed me that one the first time around, that one had me kind of hunched
Yeah,
over.
it builds it up. It's just like, oh.
There's plenty more out there, guys. Like, look them up for yourselves as listeners. They are so funny.
As the manager of our Twitter account, you should definitely be posting these. Like,
should
like
tweet some
again,
of
we
them
only
out.
were able to
I
go
think
over
I'll
a
do
few of
that.
these, but yeah, definitely get the pictures because that'll get the point across even
And
more.
I will get the name right.
We'll probably
Yes.
get like 2 more followers that way.
We might. Yeah.
Or that, or we get a lot of hate mail because all the Dodger fans.
Hey, so we're at like 55 on the Instagram.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I don't even know how much we have on Facebook. I do get like responses like, "Oh yeah, you got views, you got this, you got that." But
Yeah, share with your friends, review the podcast, whatever. We would love to get up to 100.
yes,
Like 100 weekly listeners.
triple digits would
That
be
would be
awesome.
neat.
Yeah.
All right. So, other baseball news, Luke. Is there something you want to talk about?
Yes. Well, let's talk about the matchups really quick.
Yes.
I'll give my predictions who's
Okay.
going to the World Series.
Huston versus Yankees.
Why'd you say it like that?
Sorry, I had
It
something
sounded
stuck in
so
my
German.
I had something stuck in my throat.
Germans don't play baseball.
Astros versus the New York Yankees.
And then why don't you always talk like that? Like you sound like a radio host. Do it
Because
again.
there's effort being put into that, and I just don't like it.
Fair enough. Okay.
But I will read you a bedtime story.
Between
Once
the
upon a
Astros
promise.
and the Yankees, I think it's going to be the Astros.
Still
And
still riding the Astro train.
Yeah. Now the Yankees are leading the series at the moment, 1-0. But I don't know. I am going to bring it back to the pitching again, just because it can be really important. I really
As the
think-
Dodgers found out.
Yeah, I really think that the Astros have the advantage with pitching.
Okay.
With Justin Verlander and Garrett Cole. Those guys are just unstoppable. Just time after time, they're having great games. We're talking 12 strikeouts with like a walk, no runs given up.
Right.
These guys are insane. However, the Yankees have Tanaka, and he is among the best ever in the postseason when it comes to pitchers. His postseason ERA is like 1.28 or something like
Sheesh.
that. So there's another potent weapon on the Yankees team.
Why do I feel like I've heard the name Tanaka before?
It's Japanese. I don't know.
Trisha Tawanaka.
Wait, was that, wait. Okay, this is completely unrelated. Was that Tanaka? Wasn't that the Tanaka Tower in Die Hard?
I have no idea.
You ever see that movie?
No.
It's a Christmas movie. We put it on the list.
You never.
To be fair, I've never seen it either.
Okay. Well, we'll get back to that later. I apologize.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, I still think the Astros have the advantage. Both teams have awesome hitters, so
Of
it's
course.
really going to come down to who's going to pitch better. With the Cardinals and the Nationals, I think the Nationals are going to win it.
Oh, yeah?
After seeing what they did to the Dodgers,
Oh, yeah.
I think the Dodgers were significantly better than the Braves, and the Cardinals only had to make it past the Braves. That's not too impressive.
Right.
It's impressive that the Nationals beat the Dodgers.
Yes, it is.
So I think we're going to see the Nationals going for possibly their first World Series. Have they been in the World Series? they've at least never won
Okay.
the World Series. So this will be their first victory if they win the World Series. Might be their first trip too.
Oh, nice.
So I think it's going to be the Nationals. Other than that, though, let's get out to the rest of the MLB. Well, our part of the MLB.
Yeah.
The Angels. We talked about last week
Yes.
firing Brad Osmus.
Yes, as our coach, manager.
Yes. So there are 3 contenders for the Angels manager job.
All right, and who are those contenders?
Joe Madden, we talked about him a little bit last week.
not John.
The Cubs former manager. There's, oh man, I'm blanking on their names right now. Farrell, I don't remember his first name. He used to be the manager of the Red Sox. No, not Will Farrell. He used to be the manager of the Red Sox when they went to the World Series.
Ooh.
So another World Series manager. And then the third option I'm not so hyped about was the manager for the Orioles. Man, I'm blanking on his name right now.
Let's call him.
4 hours of sleep, people.
Yeah, it's okay. We forgive you.
Yeah, but I am not hyped about this one. The Orioles had like one of the worst seasons ever.
Oh, jeez.
And they just fired their guy. And of course, the Angels like, oh, maybe we'll
Seems
look at
good
him.
to us.
Yeah, like if we hire this guy, we are clowns. Like with the options on the table, Madden used to be in the Angels organization. It was like 30 years he was in the Angels organization.
Right.
Just as a player, as a prospect, as a coach, and to bring him back, I think would be great. You know, and either one of the World Series managers, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm nervous about this one because the Angels, it seems, always
Just make bad decisions.
the wrong decision for no reason at all.
Yeah. It's like you have gold in front of you, and like, no, I'm going to pick the bronze.
Yeah, so please, either Madden or Farrell. That's what we need.
Yes.
Please, Angels.
Uplift us, please, because football season's not getting any better. All right, so transitioning, we'll start out with some fun, notable stories around the NFL. One of them coming back to Antonio the Clown Brown. It's so funny.
He's back.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to go away like a STD or something. But you know, because that's basically what he is. He's been posting on Instagram or whatever social media, just like he's like, oh well, hey, the Patriots after this this lawsuit, because if you haven't heard, he's been fighting with the organizations and how like they owe him money and blah blah blah, even though he's like broken code of conduct between like the NFL, other kind of contracts, whatever else. And so he's trying to get his money back from the New England Patriots, and he's saying like, well, hey, if you guys are gonna have to pay me anyway, you might as well have me play for you. And what's funny is like, dude, after your whole meltdown, you blasted Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, for his indiscretion during the offseason, which I'm not saying was a good thing, the indiscretion, I mean, but it's like, how are you going to try to blast the owner of your team that you were signed with and then expect them to be like, oh yeah, you can come back and play for us? What sense would that make?
They don't need him.
You are begging, sir. Like, the NFL does not need you. It is continuing to thrive without you and your toxicity. So get over yourself.
I thought he was going to go play college ball.
Well, he was supposed to go to college, and then now he's like, oh, I'm done. Like that's what he was posting up on like Instagram and stuff. He was posting like his college courses or whatever, and well, I'm gonna go do this now. It's just like, dude,
he's just kind of all over the place right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that dude, and nor will I ever, more than likely.
Pee wee football.
Yes, agreed. Start monstering all the kids.
Probably be pretty good there.
It might be, yeah.
But either way, it's just like, dude, get over yourself. Nobody's crying that you're not in the league anymore at this point. You've burned all your bridges. Nobody wants to see you.
Yeah.
All right. So other than that, there's actually not that much going on in the NFL. At least nothing that I really saw worth note. But again, I know we have the Chargers playing the Steelers tonight, and I still don't have any high hopes for the Chargers.
It will be yesterday by the time this episode is released.
That's true, because we will get this up and loaded on Monday.
So once again, how did it go?
Did we win?
Okay?
Yay, maybe. All right, so we'll just go straight ahead into the Week 7 predictions and matchups.
Bring it on.
So we have the first matchup, Texans versus Colts, AFC South divisional rivalry. Who do you think is getting the W? Because both teams beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Texans.
Yeah?
I think the Texans are a little bit better than the Colts.
Okay.
I think they have a better quarterback. I think, yeah.
Deshaun Watson over Jacoby Brissett.
Better quarterback, better receivers, probably a better defense too. On paper, they should be better.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like if, again, it'll be close, slight edge offensively to the Texans. I don't defensively though. I'm like trying to wonder what's going to happen there, because I would say that the edge goes to the Colts with the defense. So that's my Yeah. Again, I know they have still injured players, but I mean, like they're still able to play good defense overall. So I'm just like, I know they had a bye week this week, so you weren't really able to get too much on tape.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's something about their defense like sticks out to me. So that's why I'm kind of give them a little bit of an edge there. But I would think the Texans will pull this one out.
Yeah. Who was their rookie of the year last season?
With the Colts.
Yeah.
Ah, shoot. Who is the linebacker?
Yeah.
Why am I blanking? I think sadly he's one of the guys who's injured right now for their team, as far as I know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but even still, it wasn't Darius Leonard, was it?
Oh, yes.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, John, what do you think? Between the Texans and the Colts, who's going to win that matchup?
Now let's look at this historically.
All right. Okay. let's dissect this.
We're going down a different path.
Now, what is a Texan?
From what their logo implies, it's...
No. What is a Texan?
A person from Texas?
All right, there
Texas.
we go.
Okay.
Now, what is Texas known for? Back in the day, the Wild West days. What
Shooting
happened there?
people.
Barbecue.
No. That's
Snakes?
where they really herded the cattle. Most of the cattle brought to the West Coast was brought through Texas. That's where the cowboy came from.
Yep.
Okay. Now, what did they ride back then? They rode horses. Now, what is a baby horse?
A colt.
A colt. So, I think that Texas will take this game because Texans historically have always been like in charge and on top of the Colts and the horses.
Okay.
The horses are subjected, the Colts are subjected to what the Texans want to use them for. So, historically speaking, I'd put my money on the Texans to bring in this W.
Okay.
Sounds legit to me.
The science seems to all be there, but we'll find out what happens next week when they match up against each other. All right, next matchup, another divisional rivalry. We have the Vikings versus the Lions.
Oh, I can't wait to... Well, he already used logic against the Bears.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see how he approaches
So
this
the
one.
Vikings just came off a very impressive win over the Eagles. I think it was like 38-20. So
Yeah.
I think they're finally starting to get the job done and realize like, hey, we got two great wide receivers. Let's start throwing them the ball deep down the field. And sure enough, they're putting up numbers. I think today alone, Stephon Diggs had 2 touchdowns and deep yardage too. So I think they should definitely keep on with that path. And oh my goodness, folks.
News update.
Breaking news. The Cowboys lost to the Jets. Cowboys. What is going on here?
22-24.
20. Oh my.
We're here for you guys.
Oh.
We know what it's like.
Oh.
We're with you.
This will be fun to talk to John about. Not me.
Yeah, the other John.
He's very butthurt about football.
Would it be
Cowboys
fun?
lose.
I don't know about fun's the right word because he's pretty angry about this. This is, oh my gosh. And another breaking update for some of the other scores.
The 49ers spanked the Rams.
20-7. Man,
I guess the 49ers are legitimate.
yeah, the NFC West is definitely leaning either Seattle or Niners. That's where this division is going to head. The Rams are,
Oh my.
sorry, you guys are just discombobulated right now. I don't even know where to start. The defense ain't playing as well as it should, and the offense is giving too many turnovers. So
Yeah.
This is crazy, man. All our predictions at the beginning of the season, we might, you know what? At week 8, we might have to re-pick who we think is going to actually go to the playoffs at this point because we're way off on this.
Well, you know me. I always bet that the Patriots are going to go all the way.
Yeah, I think that'll be the one choice that neither one of us can really say like, oh yeah, they're out.
That's always a good pick.
Yeah.
So
always bet Brady. That's just what you do.
Doesn't necessarily establish us as good commentators.
No, but anyway, who doesn't make switches throughout the midseason? So who knows? All right, so like I said, Vikings-Lions. Vikings had an impressive performance on both sides of the ball. Lions, I think, had a bye week as well, so we didn't really get to see them perform. I'm taking Vikings again. If they're on a hot streak, I'm going to keep riding that hot streak. And I think if they keep connecting the way they are on the offensive side of the ball and Kirk Cousins starts performing to be what the money they paid him for, they're going to start actually getting W's here.
I'm going to go with the Lions.
Really?
I think the Vikings are too shaky as a team. Like,
Really?
they're always kind of almost at each other's throats. Like, I know there was a lot of conflict between Thielen and Cousins.
And Cousins, yeah, I can acknowledge that.
I just don't know how long you can sustain a team. That's ultimately why the Steelers never lived up to their potential.
Right.
Because Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell were never getting along with the rest of the team.
Right, but I mean, they were, even for, again, what we talked about before, is they had so much talent on the offensive side of the ball, and they were still catching L's. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why is this happening?
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happened with the Vikings, too, the way things are looking. And then the Lions seem to surprise me every time they get a chance. And I don't know. It's just a gut feeling at this point. I think the Lions are going to win.
Okay, and I do believe it will be in Detroit, so it'll be their home turf.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm still leaning towards the Vikings. John, Vikings versus Lions. Who you picking?
So you guys have heard my take on the Vikings before, right?
Right, that was versus the
Yeah,
Bears.
that they're like extinct.
Right. Let's jog the memory of the listeners here. Now the Vikings, they are Nordic, right? You know, they were very skilled in battle. They're known to be savages, right? They go just kill
Barely even human.
Right. Okay. So one would think, your money would be on the Vikings. They're crazy. Oh, we got another update.
No, not a score
Not
update,
an
just
update.
memeing us.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, sorry. Sidetrack meme. Okay. So again, Vikings historically strong, powerful people.
Brutes
right?
of men.
Now, let me ask you, have you ever heard of the Texas Lions?
Texas Lions. No.
Texas Lions?
No.
Heard of mountain lions?
Neither of you?
No.
Now, did you guys know that the majority of lions that are in captivity are found in Texas alone?
Okay.
Throughout the entire world,
Really?
the majority of captive lions
That's interesting.
are found in Texas.
What's going on, Texas? Why do you...
People like to have them as pets. Seriously.
What?
As
Yeah.
pets? You're not even talking
Promise
about
you.
zoos.
Pets.
No,
Something
I mean
you-
zoos are included, but a lot of people have them as pets.
Who has a freaking lion as a pet?
Everything's bigger in Texas, even the cats.
I'm serious.
This is outrageous.
So now, if is it the Detroit Lions?
Detroit Lions.
If the Detroit Lions can pull the help from their brothers in Texas, the Lions, they can really pull this off because
Okay.
the Vikings only have a finite number of team members, but if the Lions can pull in the Texas Lions, they'd be able to do it.
Heck, I'm inspired.
So animal connection. All right.
Man.
Yeah, you're right. If the Texas Lions can be as inspired as I am right now,
Yeah. Can't you just imagine them gracefully all running in a pack up to Detroit
yeah,
just to help out their brothers?
Yeah.
No, it's a pride of lions, not a pack of lions.
Pride.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would be horrifying if
let's
you're
go
on the
Lions.
field. Gosh.
Let's do it.
Not feeling too confident about my pick if there's going to be mutilation and mauling on the field. All
It's
right.
gonna be
You know
awesome.
what? I just realized it might be Tigers for the Texas thing, but we're gonna go with Lions. Just for the hell of it.
For this. Oh, gosh.
I was so confident. In
Let me
what
look
you
it up.
had-
Let me look it
All
up.
right, so
Oh
while
my
he
God.
looks that
let
up,
me restore my confidence.
Luke, we'll get on to the next game while
Should
he's
we
looking
talk
that
football?
up. Yeah, we'll keep talking football. So next game we got the Battle of the Birds. We got Ravens versus Seahawks, and I believe that game will be in Seattle. Which again, if there's ever a few of the home team advantages, Seattle's definitely one of them. That crowd
Yes.
can get loud. So I think with how. I know the Seahawks had to battle the Browns today, and it was a shootout because it was a high-scoring game. They only won by 3 points, 4 points, 32-28.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if it was in Baltimore, I would give the edge to the Ravens. Being that it's in Seattle, I will give the edge to Russell Wilson and the team coming together for the win there.
I would guess Seattle either way. I think the Ravens got off to a really hot start, but they're not looking quite as good as they did when they started.
Right.
The Seahawks, on the other hand, are looking kind of better and better.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson is being more and more Russell Wilson-y.
Yeah. At the very least, they're gradually improving.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it to the Seahawks. I think in the NFC West, it's going to come down to the Seahawks and the 49ers.
Right.
I still kind of think the Seahawks are more legitimate than the 49ers, but who knows?
Time will tell.
Yeah. This is going to be the season that proves Garoppolo
Yeah, it will be.
as long as he stays healthy.
John, your input. Ravens versus Seahawks.
Well, first,
Seahawks not a real thing, but
First, I do have an update.
okay. Oh yes, the
It's
Lions are Tigers.
I misremembered.
I was so confident.
I know, me too.
Are you still feeling confident about your Lions pick? again?
Maybe the Tigers will help out the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, they're like cousins, right, in the animal kingdom?
in fact, the
They're
Detroit
both
Tigers
big
are the baseball
cats.
team.
See,
So.
there we go. It still holds up a little bit, not really.
Have your cousin call my cousin.
So how about the Vikings?
Nope.
The
Ravens, Seahawks.
Ravens versus
the
Seahawks.
Ravens. Well, what is a Seahawk?
It's not an actual
Non-existent.
creature. Let's just go with a hawk.
Disagree.
Argument ended. All right.
If
It's not real. I disagree.
I disagree with.
I disagree. If for some reason a hawk were to fly over the ocean, then could we not call it a Seahawk?
Okay.
Or what if it lives on a ship? You know how some birds live on ships, like they just follow it around?
Yep.
Would it not then be a Seahawk?
Okay.
You're the only one who talks about football and says, "Would it not?"
Isn't that the reason you guys have me talk?
He's
That's exactly the reason.
He's the elegant man on this discussion. All right.
That's right. He looks at football from a more refined perspective.
right.
Just need to get him a glass of
My
wine.
monocle.
Okay.
All
so
right,
you've
so-
established the legitimacy of a
A
Seahawk.
Seahawk.
Okay.
Right. Now, what is a raven?
A crow-like creature.
What are they known for?
Vista
Wisdom,
del Lago.
technically.
And they're the bird of like
Omens.
death, omens, death.
You know,
Yeah.
the interesting fun fact. You know, you guys got to learn something new today. It's so weird how that works. That used to be ravens were a sign of wisdom, owls were a sign of death. Somewhere along the line, it switched.
It's the Tootsie Pops.
It's not Tootsie Pops.
Yes.
Made the owl nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it okay? I don't want to make this whole tiger lion miscommunication again.
Okay.
Is a group of ravens a murder, or is that a group of crows?
I think it's crows.
Right? I think it is.
It's a murder.
Yeah,
it's a
crows.
murder of crows.
I've never heard of
So
either one.
ignore
So,
that. That has
okay.
nothing to do with it.
Another fun fact, but we digress.
Flock of ravens.
Waka flocka.
Okay.
Okay.
So, all right.
John's back.
For real though. Now, being that a Seahawk spends most of its time at sea, but it's
Okay.
also a land creature.
Uh-huh.
It's got a better advantage. It's got more home fields to play off of than a raven.
Okay.
'Cause you won't find ravens at sea. You might find them crossing a lake once in a while.
Yeah, maybe.
Not a sea. A sea is vast. You know, they could have
Yeah.
many little ships to even land on to make their home.
This is true.
You know, and they can meet up with other Seahawks and pelicans and whatever other bird flies over the sea.
Why don't they do
like
like
a raven.
Probably not a raven.
Oh.
I don't think so. So I would have to give it to the Seahawks. Now,
Okay.
this argument's not as strong as my previous ones.
and that one
But
was
I
not
think-
strong either.
I
The
think it
Lions,
was. I
Tigers.
think it was because they could still invite their tiger cousins.
Okay.
You guys got to give me something here.
Yeah, no, yeah. Totally good points. Yes. Love it.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one to the Seahawks.
Okay.
I'm
right.
with you, John. I'm guessing Seahawks too.
All right,
So,
cool.
yeah, we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, next game. Saints versus Bears. Now, if you saw today, the Pope himself actually put out a tweet talking about like the Saints and how blessed they were. I'm not sure. Like, here's what's funny: is the Saints players took that and like said, "Whoa, did we just get blessed by the Pope?" And like they actually responded to it. But I'm guessing the Pope just meant actual Saints.
Yeah.
Like, but for the sake
we're
of
gonna go with the football.
for
team.
the sake of the fun story, I think I would give that one to John. I'll let him play with it later. He can describe the story. I think I would give it to the Saints. Just they're way better balanced at both sides of the ball, and their defense actually looks pretty solid. It may not be getting high scoring like pick sixes, but they're still good enough to stop you and put a halter on your offense.
Yeah, and they're not the kind of team to be like destroyed by a defense.
Right?
And if the Bears don't destroy you with their defense, they're not going to win.
No, not at all.
So I think it should be a shoo-in. The Saints should win this game. Teddy Bridgewater's looking pretty good.
Yep.
Alvin Kamara always looks good.
What a beast.
And like you said, the defense is hanging in there just fine.
Yeah, they are. All right, John. Saints v Bears.
Okay. So how crazy is that? The Pope blessed the Saints, right?
He did.
This sounds like the beginning of like a Bible talk.
Oh, it's gonna get a little bit religious in a minute here.
Nice.
But to evangelize our listeners.
So that's crazy. That blew my mind when you said the Pope blessed the Saints. I
Yep,
didn't know
totally
he was
did.
into football. I didn't know they had TVs in the freaking Pope house, the Vatican.
the Pope house. Oh my gosh! No, that's. Can we have another phrase of the week, please?
No, that'll be the
Oh,
title. That'll
oh.
be the title.
Okay. Oh my gosh!
Now you know where the title came from.
You know what's funny? I've always wanted to visit the Vatican, but for some reason, at this second, the name slipped my mind.
The Pope
I
house.
was like, oh crap,
Pope
I can't
house.
stop talking. The Pope house.
In all fairness, the Pope House is in the Vatican. The Vatican is its own little city-state.
Dude, it sounds like some old-timey description of like a jail. He's in the Pope house.
What the heck? Poor house.
Yeah, what the heck? Oh my gosh.
Okay. So yeah, I didn't know they have TVs in the Pope house.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Flat screens.
He's
3D.
watching the Saints and like, Lord God, I'm gonna bless them. I want them to win.
Yep, he did.
I like the accent too. Lord God,
Lord
I'm
God.
a blessing.
We're on a mission from God. It's so crazy to think that the Pope has a Twitter or like an Instagram account. That's what's
He's got more followers than we do.
Of course he does. He's the friggin' Pope.
It's as ridiculous as the president having one. Like, I think, I don't know, like public figures like that who rule the world to some extent. Like, why do you have a Twitter?
Trump has more followers than we do. What's going on?
Like, he's rich. That's why.
And, I mean,
he's got money to follow.
Anyways,
so Saints Bears.
So the Bears, as I've spoken before, very powerful,
very vicious,
big animals. They hunt, they kill,
maul and brawl.
You know, and you know, I'm scared of bears. It's my favorite animal, but I'm scared of bears. If I met one in real life, I'd be like, well, I'm gonna see you in a minute, Jesus.
It'd be like the Revenant, only Leo doesn't live.
Yes, yeah.
Spoiler alert!
That movie's been out for years. Get over it.
Now, one would say that because they are blessed by the Pope, they would for sure win.
Okay,
right? You would think. But no, because as we all know, the Pope's blessing is worthless because it's not...
Oh my goodness. Okay. Where did our fans go?
Just a side note, none of us are Catholic. That's why I'm saying this.
But some of my family who listens to the podcast is.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, man.
Do you not talk to them about your
My
beliefs?
family reunion is going to be great.
Oh, no, our Twitter account just went down to 2 followers.
No, it's okay. It's mostly people from our church. We'll be fine.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so let's go. Okay, I'm not speaking for Dylan here. You know, just for his family's sake. I'm speaking for myself and maybe Luke. I don't know. You want to sign on to that, Luke?
You got family too.
It's okay. You still love them. I still love my family members who are.
I think Luke's going to plead the fifth on this one. John, continue with your point.
It's all right. None of my family listens to this. So I'll say whatever the heck I want. Now, as you know, Christianity, you know, we don't pray through other people or get blessings through other people. You know, we get blessed by God. We pray directly to Jesus Christ, God. You know, so in my eyes, the Pope's blessing is kind of worthless. It means nothing. It helps the team nada. Now, because of that, I feel like the Bears will just come in there and tear them a new one. Okay, because they don't have a blessing. Right, their blessing is fictional.
Ooh. Okay. All right. You know,
so I think the Bears are going to win.
You know, one thing I'll say, or a couple things. I'll say that John could be a little biased about the Bears because he does have a tattoo of one on his arm. It's
true.
And
he looks like a freaking panda.
Yeah, we have called...
Okay, no, not a panda bear.
No, panda bear.
You look like a panda.
You don't look like a panda.
That's correct.
That's true. Yes.
I didn't have a good comeback for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But thanks. So even despite that, though, I will say to his credit, there is that story in the Old Testament when those kids are making fun of Elisha and they kept calling him bald head, and he called out bears to maul him. So, I mean, this could be a similar fashion, but I'd still give the Saints.
You still took a religious approach. That was like in favor of both teams.
Pick a side, dude.
I will ride that fence so hard. But anyway.
We know that if the Saints and the Bears each ganged up against a flock of children.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were in the business
of
not offending people.
Say that one more time.
I didn't realize we were in the business of not offending people with our views.
And we try to be somewhat considerate, but I mean,
I'm considerate.
I don't know if I care as much about that, but I do want followers.
But okay, you know what, listeners, just so you understand me perfectly well. I do believe Catholics will go to heaven because they still believe in Jesus Christ.
There you go.
They're saved. So I just think some of their practices are a little wacky and have nothing to do with what the Bible says. But ultimately, we are going to the same place. So I got love for you guys. I just think you guys do things a little weird.
And we can listen to the same podcasts.
We can.
And
yeah,
totally.
Boom.
All right. Boom, mic drop. All right, last game.
We've got your back still, John.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, we do still love you. I don't want that to be misconstrued or anything.
Oh no, I don't feel that way at all.
Okay, good. All right, last game.
Not at all.
I'm trying to get to the last game here.
Fine, like go ahead.
All right, another divisional rivalry going to the NFC East. Eagles versus Cowboys, and they both took L's today, so they're gonna be hot for a win. Who's taking it? And they're in Jerry World.
I'm kind of hoping for the Cowboys. Every now and then it's fun to see the Cowboys win. I'll go for the Cowboys in this case. I don't think the Eagles are very interesting. So and the Cowboys have a lot of upside. They have a lot of potential.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't have too much to say like that's legitimate here.
Right.
Other than I really kind of hope the Cowboys win.
Yeah, this will be for the division because again, both teams I believe are sitting at 3-3, and there's no way. Well, the Giants win today or in a bye week? No, the Giants lost.
Giants lost to the Patriots.
So the Giants are a game back. There's no way the Redskins are coming out. They're at like 1-4, 1-5 right now, whatever the heck it is. But yeah, so there's no way they're taking the division. But man, I want to root for the Cowboys. I'm just finding it hard to. I thought they would have easily had a win against the Jets, and it's just like, if that happened, I can't imagine what the Eagles are going to do to them. Like, it just seems like, again, we were just talking about it, like, the something's not connecting. Like, you were talking about Minnesota, like, things just not really fitting right or whatever on their team. But it's just like, what's going on with Dallas? They have so much talent on both sides of the ball, and I keep talking about that and keep saying, like, they should have a win here, they should have a win there. And something's going downhill, and it's sadly the Cowboys right now, and I want them to get the win. I want them to do better. I just have a hard time being in their corner this week.
Yeah, they look good
next week.
They look good in the beginning of the season. I'm not sure what happened. I mean, they played easier teams, but
they played the bottom rung of the divisions.
The Jets are an easy team.
Yeah.
You would think they would have had similar results.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It's tough. All right, I don't know, man. So, John, what do you think between the Eagles and the Cowboys? Who do you think is going to pull out a win there?
This is going to be the most American game ever. You got the Cowboys versus the Eagles. Are you kidding me?
The Yeehaws versus the
America. The only thing that'd make it more American is if they had a 3-team matchup between them and the Patriots.
Or if they were playing baseball.
Or if they were playing baseball. Yeah.
Get a baseball stuck in your face mask. All right.
Dude, it screams America.
Screams America.
I'd say it's up in the air. Anyone could win. You got the bald eagle. You got the cowboy. Psh, just missing the Tigers from Texas.
I think this is the most excited I've seen John for a football game.
You know?
Like, he's definitely like he's getting into it, man.
It's America.
This is John. This is John's game of the week.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
So who's going to win?
Yeah.
Who's going to win?
Who's taking the dub?
America already won because of the fact that they're playing each other. Are you kidding?
Oh, man. All right, yeah. So
I'm leaving it up in the air. It's going to be a great game.
Well, if he's leaving it in the air, that's hinting towards the Eagles, but
Default.
Default answer. All right.
No takebacks.
No takebacks.
No takebacksies.
Well, with that being said, I think we are coming to the conclusion of our podcast, episode 12.
Longest episode? Yeah? Is that what this is?
No, we actually hit 2 hours with Sarah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
longest episode.
Yeah, but hey, this is up there, man. This is good. Good discussion all around, even despite us being tired and kind of off sync with each other. Yeah.
It was pretty silly, and hopefully you guys like that.
Definitely silly.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for those football team matchups this coming week.
Yep,
It's gonna
always.
be epic.
Yep. And with that being said, I just want to say goodbye.
Have a great rest of your day.
Yep. Woo! Oh, I'm so tired.